Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sewing Cottage. I'm Natasha McCarthy. We have got Joe Carter goodies galore for you today. Would you like to see how this morning's shaping up? Of course you do. Let's take a look. So 8 a.m, the elephant and the mouse, because they were friends, right? Well, I've got an elephant over here and a mouse over there, so we've separated them. But we've got those in a kit bundled so that you can get both. And that's at 8 a.m. 9 a.m. is our Cottage Chic. Oh, yes, with some beautiful fabrics, actually. Really lovely that hour. 10 o'clock is Joe Carter's Unicorn. Yes, yes, lots of you at the NEC asking for the unicorn. So he's back. As simple as that. And then 11 a.m, bags, purses, accessories, everything that you need for a truly fabulous bag of any shape, size or description, quite frankly. 11 a.m, fabulous. Now I've got a couple of, oh actually no, let's just finish everything here. So if you would like to get in touch this morning, then you head to the website. And heading to the website is very, very easy. It's that easy. Can't even remember it. Sewingquarter.com. That's baby brain for you, isn't it, already this morning? Sorry. Sewingquarter.com. I say it's easy. There we go. Hit watch. And there we are live. Any minute now, I'll engage brain and we'll all be good. And then you can message the studio. So if you have things to say that actually make sense, then do get in touch. Unlike me. Then you can message the studio. If you have things to email, then that's studio@sewingquarter.com. We'll get to that in just a minute. Underneath here, if we keep scrolling down, that will be, oh, was that Anne-Marie's new, Horner's new fabric? Was that yesterday? Some of those have already sold it. They're about to go anyway. They will now just go back onto the website normally because this is the space where all of today's items will go. So it's your quick glance shopping list, really. So if you see anything on the show that, quite frankly, you just have to have, that is where you'll find it. There you go, just underneath where you can message us. Now, if you do have lots of pictures, and we were saying this morning, we would love to see your photos of your Joe Carter makes. Well, actually, anything you've made, really. We don't mind. It doesn't have to just be Joe Carter makes. But you need to email those in, and that's studio@sewingquarter.com. That's where that goes to. Oh, or, yes, we've got some new Tilda fabrics as well. So, well, not new, they're her latest range. So anything with your Tildas, if you've already got your Tilda book and you've been making things, then we'd like to see all that. Basically, if you just made anything pretty, send it in. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yes, I was going to say a couple of thank yous this morning. Angela, thank you. This was on my desk, this little chap. Look at him. Isn't he gorgeous? I know, I don't want to put pins in him either. Producer Hannah says, I don't want to put, he did come with pins. Looks like a beauty spot actually, doesn't it? But look, he's really rather lovely. So thank you ever so much. I couldn't find the rest of your name on Facebook to thank you, so I thought I'd thank you on air instead. And Lynn, oh my word, look at this. Just look how cute this is. And look at the, like, I'm not a knitter. Anybody who knows me knows that I do not knit. But look, there are owls knitted in. No, Producer Hannah says they're the pockets. No, they're not actually the pockets. They're where the pockets would be, but babies don't need pockets. But it is, it's like a tulip pink owl. Look, 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 look. Look at that. I don't know how you do that because I'm rubbish at knitting, but that is very clever. So however you've done that, Lynn, thank you. We absolutely love that. Good. Thank you. Right, now then, this morning, I'm going to put those safely in my trolley there. Now, this morning, mice and elephants. We've bundled them together for you. So let's start. This is the one, this one. This is the one that we're going to demo with today. Now, within this bundle, you can make the elephant and the mice. You can make quite a few, actually, depending on how you mix and match it up. It might be that you might want to make 2 elephants and a few mice, or you might want to make just 1 elephant and many, many mice. It's entirely up to you how you do it. We've given you 1.5 meters of fabric. Do you want to see how that fabric bundle bakes down? So you've got the, I love this. I really love this fabric. This is your Katie Jane fabric. It's by Macawa. It's absolutely lovely. And then you've also got your spot on. And then you've also got your Macawa of your vintage blue. 1/2 meter of each of those. You've also got some felt. for various ears and toes and things. You've also got your skein, so you can do some embroidery of features. You've also got some thread so that you, oh, hang on. I'm going to say that goes there. So that you can sew it all together. And then you've got eyes for the elephant. You've got 3 different sets of eyes in there. And you've also got all of your instructions for the elephant and for the mouse family. So it's all in there. Everything's in there so that you are good to go. Fabulous. Whoa, and Nelly. Yeah. So that is how that bundle is looking. Fab, isn't it? Aren't they pretty? Aren't they pretty? There we go. So there's your mice and your elephant. So if I give you an idea, look. Oh, cute. Obviously not this colourway. I've got that colourway coming up in just a minute. Now, the next colourway, we don't actually have any examples of it. This is a new bundle that we've put together for you. But I love this one. It's nice, isn't it? Is this the one that you have in your house, Producer Hannah? Yeah, no, I can see that. It's got that green in there that you love, isn't it? So we've got 1/2 metre of your florals. Then you've got 1/2 metre of your, I want to say glacier grey. Yeah, I do want to say that. Would I be right, Producer Hannah? Yes! Boom! There we go. I've got something right this morning. Hooray! And then this is your lime in your linen texture. Yeah, it's a bit special, that, isn't it? Have you not seen it? I think this is one of our new linears, Producer Hannah. It's nice, isn't it? Oh, Producer Hannah's saying she needs that in her life. Can I interest you in a bit more of this then? So that you could then make matching mice and elephants to go in your house. Yeah, Producer Hannah's making already. Then you've got your felt, you've got your skein, you've got your thread, you've got your eyes, you've got everything that you need to make your elephant and your mice. Now, I can't say for sure how much this will make because it depends if you do 2 elephants and lots of mice or 1 elephant and many, many mice. It's up to you. How long is a piece of string? Now, the elephant that we saw there, he's been made out of this colourway. Now, this is a more subtle colourway. So you might want to embroider onto this and embellish, or it might just be that actually, tonally, this is what goes in your house. I don't know, but it's here for you. So we've got our sand spot on. We've got our cream linear. And we've got our latte in your plain. So it is a pale latte. It's more latte, more sort of milk than coffee in that, I think. You've also got, of course, your felt, your thread, your eyes, and everything you've got going on there. So if you'd like your elephant and your mice, I think it's lovely, isn't it? It's a different look, isn't it? But you see also, we were saying this morning, if you're making for a little one and you don't know, what sort of flavour, then this is perfect. Absolutely perfect. So there he is. No, it was more of a whinny, wasn't it, than an elephant? Trumpety trump. There you go. That's clearly an elephant noise. I mean, now, if you don't want to make elephants and mice, and you just want to make an elephant, then we've got 2 different bundles just for elephants. And I say just for elephants because we've just given you the instructions for the elephants. Now, I've got a lilac. Oh, I like this. This is new as well, isn't it, Producer Hannah? This bundle. So look at the felt we get here. Nice. So you get your felt, eyes and skein. Now you're also getting here, this is a nice texture one. This is our spray time fabric. It's a lovely one, but look, you've got your lilac spot on one. So that's 1/2 metre, 1/2 metre. All 100% cotton. So you can wash him because he's going to be well loved. So 1/2 metre of your spray time, 1/2 metre of your lilac, your felt, your eyes, your skein for embroidery, and you're good to go. Now, we've also got an aqua bundle. Ooh. So you've got this in your textured linear, 1/2 metre, and then 1/2 metre of your grey spray time. Yeah, so the inside of the ears could be in that. I think that's lovely. And then you see you'd have matching toes. Jo's been painting her toes, her fingers today, fingernails. Not that colour, but, there's been effort made there. And then you've got your eyes as well. And, of course, there we go, all of your instructions as well. So if you would like your elephant in that colourway, I think we've got all the colourways there. Yeah. I'm going to take these two over. These are the only kind of mice I like, I'd just like to say. Over to Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
You managed to make animals I'm scared
Morning.
of. Cute. That's good going. That is good going. They are beautiful in this fabric. Whoops. There we go. Now.
And also, I know they're reasonably, they definitely pass as mice with our cats because I had to wrestle one off it.
Oh, really?
Last night I was packing my bag ready to go and he took a mouse and he saw him slinking off with a mouse.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky. My cats have taken to just bringing live ones in.
Nice.
Letting them go. Letting them go. I found 2 behind the microwave.
Oh.
That was not my favourite moment. These ones are far better.
Yes.
I can cope with this. Yes. Where do we start with the mice?
Okay. The mice, the pieces look odd. I'll start with that.
Joe, pieces always look odd. I was looking at one of your pieces the other day and I was like, it just looks like a large bra, one of the pieces. I think it was a paw of something. And I was like, how? You know, you just look at it and you go, how is that? How? But yeah. So odd pieces. Yeah, no, that's odd. Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
That's the mouse's body and that's its head.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
But trust me, they do, make that shape. But the first job with the mouse is its ears.
You know when in films you see sort of a psychotherapy or whatever and they go, and what do you see? When you look at that picture, what do you see?
Yes.
I don't see a mouse, but you're going to show us how it is actually a mouse.
I mean, I don't see a mouse, really, if I'm looking at that.
But somehow it becomes a mouse. So in your pattern, you get full instructions. Ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, there they are, poking their little mousey noses up everywhere. There you go. Full instructions, templates and everything. If you've not met Jo before, where have you been? Welcome. This is Jo. She does all of these amazing things for us. Beautiful. In fact, look, there you are. You're even on the instructions there.
That is me.
That is you. We can concur. Yeah. Right.
So there are only 2 pieces, 2 fabric pieces to cut out, and then the ears.
Okay.
With the larger mouse, because the ears are a bit bigger, you can add some detail, little bits of hand stitching with embroidery thread, or I used one of the decorative stitches on the machine. If you have a 680, mode 249, I think it was.
And that's the one.
That was that one.
Would you happen to have a 680 by any chance?
I just happen to have a 680.
Happen to have one. Excellent.
And little tip, if you're going to embroider on like this, draw out the shape, draw around the template, but then don't cut it out. Just having that bit of extra fabric around the outside.
Do what you need to do first.
Use your line as your edge with the foot, just as if it was a cut edge, and then embroider around from there.
Okay.
And then cut them out. It just is easier. Otherwise, you can try to pivot it, and the fabric can get a little bit chewed.
Yeah, you look at the difference in size there, and it is obviously a lot easier there to go with that one rather than that one. Excellent. Okay.
Okay. So when the ears are done, in the past I've done just a little embroidery stitch, running stitch.
And you just did that with just a normal embroidery needle?
Yes, just by hand before I started.
Excellent.
We'll get rid of that bit.
Now, Christina in Wiltshire says, morning, Natasha, looking good, girl. Well, thank you. Wasn't quite how I was feeling this morning when I was running a bit late. Teaching my neighbour to sew. Oh, I've got hair. Ready for a handmade Christmas. God, that's organised.
That is organised. So somebody...
I salute you for that.
Yeah.
Bought the purses, handle bundle. Love, Nelly. Christina, it's Nelly the elephant. I salute you for that. Well done. Christmas.
That is super
Haven't even managed
organised.
Easter yet.
No. That's
Only a week
really soon
or so. I know,
as well, isn't it?
I know. Hey, never mind.
The little mouse,
Yes.
the ears, because they're so small, I mean, you could still add a little bit of detail if you wanted.
I think that's more of a hand stitch.
It is a definite hand stitch
situation. Yeah.
They fold in different ways. The little mouse ears, there is a marker to show where to fold, but just fold them over and baste the little ears in place.
Right.
These ones fold, there's a marker again, so you fold them there and then fold the sides back out again.
So like a double fold.
So a double fold.
Excellent.
just to give them the shape. And when you finish the mouse, it will look a bit odd at the end because they sort of bunch up, but you just give them a press into a circular shape.
I give you also looking slightly odd. Tina says, morning Tash, my husband says, how on earth does Joe work out these shapes to make the animals? Tina, I have no idea. I've been saying it since we started. I have no idea. Joe's head works in a different way. And we're very grateful that it does. That's not a bad thing. It's a really good thing, because if it worked like mine, we wouldn't be having this. That's for sure.
Tracing paper, that's how it works, like that.
Now, a couple of you are asking, can we get the mice by themselves? Not this morning. It's your mouse and your elephant combo this morning. So we've got 2 elephants by the moment. We don't have the mice by themselves. But with these bundles, you can make elephants and mice. Because wasn't the elephant meant to be scared of the mouse?
I think so.
But you couldn't be scared of that because it's too pretty.
You couldn't be scared. And the little ones make nice pin cushions as well.
Well,
although it looks cruel.
Now, next hour, I've got something for your pin cushion. Have we still got that on the show, producer Hannah? For the pin cushions? Yeah. Yeah. So I've got a little something if you're making pin cushions. And actually, the other thing that I was going to say about that is, talking of your cats dragging the mouse off, mine were having a good rummage in my workroom the other day. What? Obviously, after the microwave mouse incident,
yes.
I was on high alert. No, it was fine. They'd just found a bag of catnip I'd bought to stuff some toys with, and they were rummaging for and it was a sealed bag. I mean, they've got a good sense of...
Yeah.
Yeah, and they dragged it all across the floor. So actually, that might be quite nice if you've got cats, to pop a little bit of catnip in there and send them crazy. It
was the tail, I think, that did it with the cat. He just saw it sort of poking out of my bag, and the next thing it was being carried off.
It is a very appealing tail.
So I think in the instructions it shows you exactly how to fold. If you've missed how to fold the corners of the ears, they just fold at the marker and then back again. So fold at the marker and then fold the edge back out again, just to give that bit of shape to the top of the ears. And I've basted the fold in place.
Excellent.
And then they just need to be basted in position. So the front of the ears against the right side of the face. But before I do that, I'm just going to close this dart.
Face shaping dart.
So fold it over, align the edges. And with cotton fabric, I sew from the cut edge to the fold. But with fleece or plush, I'll go the other way.
The other way, right, okay.
And I'll just set this to 1/4 inch.
Now, once you've got this pattern for the mice, if you have felt and things left over, maybe from the unicorn, if you get the unicorn later on, then maybe you could make a bit of felt mouse as well.
You could.
There's lots of options for your mice, aren't there?
So I transferred the mark so I know where the ears go.
Can I just show this dart very quickly as well? Because look, it's as simple as that. It's just a straight line. So you line up those dart edges there, and then you just sew along.
Just 1/4 inch, the seam allowance down from that top edge, the cut edge of the dart.
Excellent. And then start to pop the ears in. There you go, give it back.
Okay. And I always baste things like this in so they don't slip later on. I mean, you could pin them, but with basting, and it based inside the seam allowance, then you don't have to remove the stitches.
Now, the thing with you and pins is that you're not always a fan of these are going for children to have used pins just in case one gets left in.
A big fan of pins. Plus, also, I catch my fingers on them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm quite clumsy, so.
And just make sure that your ears face the right way when you stitch them in, so that I have to always put it where I want them to be and then fold them down.
Yes. Just have a look. Right, that's how I want them to be finished. So front of the ears against the right side of the face. And then I'll do it from this side so I can see that they're lined up in position.
Otherwise, I do things the wrong way round.
It's really easy done.
I did it on Friday. A friend of mine brought round a skirt to be hemmed for her daughter for Victorian Day at school. Chat, hemmed it all inside out. Well done, me.
No.
Nice. Should have checked that twice, shouldn't I, really?
So trim some of these threads away. And then this edge here is the neck edge. So I'm just going to stitch the head around that edge up there.
Now, do you start from, because sometimes you start from the centre with the head, don't you, and work out, but are you quite happy that that's just going to fit?
I'm feeling confident. It's not too long. that will fit. It won't now, watch, but...
Having said that out loud...
Yes.
Yes.
But there is a mark, the marks are on this as well, so you can check that they're lining up as you go to make sure it's going on nice and evenly. And
it does line up beautifully at the edge, doesn't it? So you're not having to... It's not like when you've got triangular things and you've got a dog ear hanging off the edge. That always confuses me a bit.
And I do a few stitches and we'll reposition and make sure the fabric's in the right place.
I guess it's a mouse. You don't want a dog ear on there anyway.
No, you don't. Wrong. That'd be all wrong.
What seam allowance are we working with this?
6mm or 1/4 inch.
Okay.
It is small, but for toys, the chunkiest seam allowance. The mouse is also small. Finger
could you hand stitch the mouse?
You could.
Okay.
It's not...
So if you've got sort of a grandchild or something that's just starting out with a bit of sewing, then they could just do a straightforward running stitch.
Yeah, nice.
Or back stitch maybe.
Yes, nice small stitch and it'll go together no problems. So I'll just manipulate this round.
Oh, bless you, producer Hannah, she's having a little sneeze.
The crease out.
Well, that worked perfectly. Well done.
There we go. I'll just check it from that side. It's gone nice and smoothly. And then flip it over and you see now it's starting to look slightly more...
It looks like a mouse cape.
Slightly more, yes.
It looks like one of those beautiful baby bath towels, you know, where they have the ears and like the hood. It looks like that at the moment.
It does look like it's got a slightly regal sort of robe on. The next step from there, I'll pop the tail in. The tail you can use if you've got ribbon or string or anything you want for the tail, but I've used a strip. I've cut it 1 inch wide, so like binding, 1 inch wide, pressed it in half, so I had the centre fold, and then pressed either edge into the centre, and then over again.
Producer Hannah's already decided she'd use string.
It is. Just a little bit easier.
This is one of those things, isn't it, that you'd maybe want those prim silicone finger things when you do your ironing to protect your fingers.
You definitely do, because I had the steam setting on to do this and it was quite hot.
Do that. Yeah, quite warm. Producer Hannah said she'd also add a bell at the end.
Oh, that would be cute.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Oh, Producer Hannah also wants to do one of those cartoon mouse holes in her skirting board.
Yeah.
You can get fairy doors like that as well, can't you?
You can. Yes, elf ones and things at Christmas.
Producer Hannah says, but I don't have children. Why would I need a fairy door? Well, I don't know. Probably the same reason that you need a mouse door. Jill in West Yorkshire. Oh, Yorkshire contingent. Good morning. Says, good morning. Watching in Portugal whilst making big-eared bunnies in Tilda fabric. Fabulous. Congratulations. Basically on having a holiday where it's warm. That's
combining a holiday with sewing is also
perfect. Absolutely perfect. Come on, Jill, make us really envious. How warm is it in Portugal? I mean, are we talking like shorts and t-shirt weather? Where's this tail going, by the way?
There's a little dart in the back of the body here, and it's in the instructions as well.
Your instructions are very clear. For anybody that hasn't ever made a Joe Carter toy,
I draw those, sometimes I take photographs, sometimes I draw each step, and these ones have illustrations, and I just stop at each stage and hope that everything is covered. And the tail goes about there.
Oh, at a jaunty angle?
It's at a jaunty angle. It will be straight at the end, but fold that way. So it's sort of midway in the dart. So you want the tail on the inside there, and the raw edges aligned.
I still don't know what these wing bits, how these wing bits come into play. Where do they go?
They fold under to become a base.
Joe's a genius, says Hannah will get there. Be patient, Natasha. I can't help it, I want to know now. Barbara in Surrey says, lovely to see you at Olympia. And thank you for drawing a rabbit face for me, says Barbara.
Oh, hi, Barbara. How was the bunting? Did it...
That makes more sense to you. I was thinking, I've been at the NEC, I've not been at Olympia because it snowed, couldn't get there.
Yes, I drew a little bunny face.
Oh, did you?
For, yeah. Just a little something to copy off. Because I've drawn many bunny faces over.
So on your CV, you can draw bunny faces.
Can draw bunny face, yes.
Yeah. It's a good life skill. And can sew in mouse tails.
Tails in. And then I'm going to sew from the tip of the nose down along to, there's a corner here, but there's also a marker on it.
Right.
So transfer that mark on and sew down the front of the face and finish there.
Okay.
Because this will become the base section and we want to turn through the base.
It's all about the base.
It's all about the base.
Oh, I get it now.
Do you see?
I've just given myself a little sneak preview. I can't wait for anything. I'm dreadful. I have to know immediately. Oh, the weather in Portugal. Oh. We've had an update from Jill. She said, had lots of rain, Natasha, but got lots of sewing done. It's sunny today. Well done, Jill. Sunny today. We're not envious at all. Not at all.
I'm just going to pretend it's sunny out.
I can turn up the aircon in here if you'd like. Maybe we could just get solarium lights in here and just come out after 4 hours with a lovely suntan. That'd be good.
Okay, and then clip either side of the neck seam.
Is that because it's just a bit chunky?
It catches, it won't fold over nicely.
Okay.
And then for the nose, to make stitching the nose easier on the end of the mouse, just sort of box the corner, just flatten off the very end. So finger press this seam open.
Yeah.
So that it's running nice and central. There we go. And I'm just going to sew. So I've got the seam running down the centre underneath, flip it over and just sew ever so slightly.
There.
Just a small section across the end and it just blunts the nose and it means you can fit your stitches on the end, trying to fit them on a point.
Let me show you the mouse snout. In for a mouse snout shot. What was that question? Oh, does Jo best press the fabric before she starts?
It does make it easier actually if you best press it, yes.
Okay, so if you've got your best press for your quilt as you goes, that's the spray starch that's on the website. If you haven't used it before, it's wonderful. It doesn't mark the fabric and it smells nice if you get one of the fragrance ones. Obviously there's an unfragranced one too. Fab.
So just stitched across just a tiny section. If I flip this the right way.
Go on, flip it. So you don't trim that off. Do you leave that so you've got something to sew into?
It just, yes.
Oh, it's suddenly becoming a bit mouse-like.
And it just gives it a little bit of a flat edge there. So you can stitch this over the end of it. It just makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to. And with a little mouse, I don't bother because it's such a small nose. But it does make a difference on this one.
Oh.
And then that's pretty much the mouse.
Okay.
Done. These bits here,
took
the tail out of the way.
Right.
Fold them at this corner and sew along that edge.
Ah.
Do the same along the other one and then we're left with this opening in the base here.
Oh, to stuff from there.
Should I close one of these quickly?
Well, I'm going to leave you to close that and I'm going to go and look at some fabrics.
Okay.
And then we'll have a look at the closed rabbit. Oh yeah, I've just seen, yes, Kay, she does best press. We'll cover that, that's right, just checking that message. Right, okay. So the Katie Jane fabric bundle that Jo's been making. Now remember, we've made mice. You can make multiple mice and an elephant, or 2 elephants and some mice. It's entirely up to you how you wish to divvy up your fabric, because you've got 1.5 meters of fabric in here. You've got your 0.5 meter of your Katie Jane. Over half of this bundle is gone already. Because obviously the one that's demo is always very, very popular. And then you've got your 0.5 meter of your spot on and 0.5 meter of your antique blue, or is it vintage blue? I can't remember which way around it is. And you also get stuffing. Goodbye, I can't fit that on the desk. So you're getting all of that, and both of those instructions and templates, and your thread, your skein for your embroidery, and your eyes for the elephant, and your felt. It's all in there. Brilliant. Now, the other bundle, here we go, is here. Now, producer Hannah, I just get this. I love this one, says producer Hannah. It's fab, isn't it? So you get these lovely flowers. This is Macawa. All of these are Macawa fabrics this morning, so 100% cotton. Is this one not Macawa? Isn't it? Oh, I thought it was. No, okay, apart from this one, everything else is Macawa this morning. And there is your Glacier Grey. And there is your Linen Look Citrus Lime, rather, which is really rather fabulous. I think that's the first time that we've seen that. Look, 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 we really like it. Look how it goes inside of the flower. Beautiful. Something a little bit different. And, of course, all of the other accessories that you need to make your elephant and your mice. Hurrah! Now, maybe this is the last one to make the elephants and the mice. So again, you're getting both of the instruction packs there. And of course, your eyes for the elephant, thread, skein, felt. But you're also getting 1/2 metre of your stone, spot on, 1/2 metre of your cream linear, and 1/2 metre of your latte. So all in there, looking good. So they are your 3 elephant mouse combos. Plus, of course, your stuffing in there as well. We don't have just the mice, I'm afraid. So we do have, though, 2 just elephant bundles, if you're after just an elephant. And these are new colourways for you as well. So if you fancy a lilac elephant, well, I was going to say, like, you could do this either way. You could either do it so his ear trim, the inside of his ears with the lilac-y bit, or the body, it doesn't matter. But we've given you the spray time here. So 1/2 metre of your spray time. I love that texture, it's fabulous. And then you've also got 1/2 metre of your lilac there. And of course, all of your little bits and bobs. So you've got your eyes, your felt, your elephant, and you are good to go. Now, oh yes, good point, producer Hannah says we don't advise the eyes for under 3s. It's anything, basically, the rule of thumb is generally, if it's smaller than a 2p piece, not suitable for under 3s. So that's, you've got skeins in there, so just embroider if they're going to little ones. But of course, I think this is it's our advice, health and safety advice from us to you. Now we've got our grey spray time here. And then again, brand new colourway. Look at the aqua. Woohoo! Oh, it's lichen, is it? Fabulous. It just looks good either which way. And then you've got matching felt. Oh, it's actually called lichen, is it? Oh, very posh. And then you've got your eyes. You've got 3 sets of eyes in there, so you'll have some left over. And of course your thread and your full instructions and your stuffing. It's all in $24.99. YXGC 66. How's that mouse looking before we move on to elephants?
Good. The last thing as well I want to say, remember there's a seam allowance at the end of this bit here. So we finished the seam there and we've got the seam allowance at the end.
Oh, so don't worry if you feel like you've got too much. That's absolutely right.
We want too much because then otherwise we're trying to sew with when we close it, we've not got any fabric there.
Ah, I see.
So remember the seam allowance at the end.
Okay.
And then that's it for the mouse.
Fabulous.
And the little mouse is exactly the same, except the ears are a little bit more simplified and no boxing the nose.
Yes. I just think they are incredibly pretty and really gorgeous. The colour combinations here, absolutely gorgeous. As we say, over half the stock of this particular bundle has already gone. But again, you can make an elephant out of this as well. We've shown you the mouse. And now the rest of the show is dedicated to the elephant.
It is. Give the ears a press if you want them to open out.
Oh, can you press felt?
A press, yes, on a cool iron.
Right,
but yes,
okay.
Give it a little press. Right,
Good.
I'll get my elephant bits out. Do you want to play guess the bit of the elephant? So I've gone for pink as the accent fabric for this one, and the blue. If you want to make more than one elephant with the kit, you need to switch the order in which you do the fabric. There wouldn't be enough blue to make 2 identical ones out of the blue, but just switch them around, maybe make a pink one, or a floral one would look lovely, I think.
Do you know what? I do think a floral elephant would be gorgeous. And then you could, because you could even do the floral Katie Jane and have the vintage blue for the inside of the ears, just have sort of plain.
Yes, that would look really nice.
And mix it up. And that's the beautiful thing, isn't it? As soon as you've got 3 different fabrics, you've got all sorts of choices going on.
Could you tell I've also been working with some black fluff?
Yes.
On my desk.
It gets everywhere, doesn't it?
It does. Right, I have all my bits of element.
Now, what is the stickiest bit of the elephant to do?
The legs.
Okay.
Which I'll try and go through as detailed as possible. I'll do the face first once oh, there it is. I knew I'd cut the face. Let's try and get rid of some of the black fluff. I'll pop the chin in. I've done one already. There is an instruction missing, which is my fault from the elephant instructions. The elephant face piece, this little triangle that's cut out on the side is a dart. Right. So I'll put the chin in first and then I'll close these darts at the side and they give it a cheek, a rounded cheek. Bit of a face shape. There was a message that had flashed up and it's gone again. But the message was, hi Joe. Hi. Struggling with the elephant's bottom lining up. The elephant's bottom, right. Looking forward to the demo. Yes, okay. Nobody wants a wonky bottom. No, it's terrible. So face, legs and bottom, is that where we're going today? Yes, so I'll quickly do, the chin piece goes in around this corner. To make it a little bit easier, just clip, and you can do it mid-sewing when the needle's paused at this point if you want, but I'll clip there. Not quite the full depth of the seam allowance, but that will just help it turn. Well, let me show you on this one, because I can see you've already done that. Look, clipped in there. Can you see? Tiny clip in there. It just gives it that little bit of freedom. Move. Okay, so one's all done. Now, let me take the fluff off for the other side. Sorry, it's... No, that's all right. This is a daily occurrence in our house. Gives a flavour of what my sewing room's like. I made the mistake of buying Freddie a duffel coat. Oh, it's the dog and cat hair magnet. Of course it is. Investing in many lint brushes now. Rollers. Just sort of stand and brush him down. Right. I'm going to sew up here to this corner. The corner goes beyond this edge here. You can draw it in. Because I would need to. So this point here. Is that your pivot point? That's the pivot point. I'm going to pause there with the needle down and then reposition to sew along this edge. Okay, cool. But drawing it in means you can see where you need to stop. Now, something to mention, because lots of you new viewers, of course, if you are viewing today and buying any of the Elephant Mouse kits today, make a note of today's date in your diary, or anywhere, I don't mind where you make a note of it, but just make sure that you've made a note of the date, because all of our shows go onto YouTube so that you can watch them again as many times as you like. So if you do get to a Chic piece or something, go, oh, I need to watch that again, you can watch it, you can fast forward, you can rewind it, but just go to YouTube, put sewing quarter in the date, and the shows will come up. There's a lady on Facebook called Anna Sewing Nut, and we're very grateful to her because she's compiled a great big index. Yes, of all the shows. I mean, I don't know how many hours this has taken you, Anna, but we are incredibly grateful. And she's working with us now on that and trying to work out how we can get that so that people can access it thoroughly. Because not everybody has Facebook, do they? But thank you again for that. And also, lovely to meet everyone at the NEC. Yes, I had some great chats with people at Olympia. Oh, yeah, because you were down there. You actually made it down there, didn't you? I did. Before it snowed. I nearly didn't make it back. God, what is it? We seem to jinx, don't we? As soon as we go to any shows, the weather changes. So I've closed that dart there in the cheek, so it's just above the mouth, and it just gives it a little bit of a round cheek. So I'll do this one. Now, when we and what day was it? It was Thursday. So on Thursday's show, we did some things with some freezer paper. And lovely Laurie from Suffolk messaged in just before she left for the NEC going, I'm American, and explaining to us more about freezers, how it should be used, freezer paper in the States. Yeah. And apparently she sent in a photo of us, because she then came and said hello at the NEC. It's lovely being able to put faces to names. There's Laurie and her friend. I think it was Davina, her friend, I think. But she got home safely, because she had to drive all the way back to Suffolk. She said that she put the car through a car wash because it was white and wasn't by the time that she got home. Yes. Yeah. But drove safely. Well done, Laurie. Lovely to meet you. There we go. So they're the face pieces. And the next step for those would be put them one on top of the other and sew all around this side. Okay. I'll leave that bit and move on to the ears. Once you've done that, and it's in the pattern. Should I get the pattern out? I don't know, I've left it. But clip V-shaped notches around the curve and clip into the internal curve, so this internal curve here. and the external ones clip V-shaped notches just to give it a bit of
Have a
freedom to
look.
turn.
These are your instructions. So full Joe Carter woo, hello aircon. Blowing that around everywhere. Full instruction. You can see photographic here, so step by step, really clear. And then you've got all of your templates in the back. I'm glad that you label that because tummy, don't know, is it? The ear, I can manage the ears. The ears,
the ears
are quite self-explanatory. And then, God, you've got pages and pages. This is quite detailed, isn't it, the old elephant?
It has, yes, it's a bigger make.
There you go. Fab. And you're getting all of that?
So, yes, the one thing I would mention, there is a mistake in the pattern. I did miss out talking about the face darts.
Is it that are they not featured in the actual pattern, or did you just forget to...
I didn't
say to sew them?
Put the words, I should have said close the dart in the side of the face, and I missed that out. It is, you can see it on the photograph, but it's not that obvious as well, but you can see them in the photograph of the face. So that helps, but...
Do you know what? You're human.
It happens, unfortunately.
It's in the photos, it's on the show. There's 7 words missing from the instructions, so apologies for that. But
fairly
if you're following
vital
along
ones,
from here, then just remember to sew up those darts. I think the thing is, if you're used to your patterns and you see those darts, you'll know to sew them. It's just at what point.
Yes. From now on, when I draw up the templates, I'm going to label all the darts on it. So if I do miss it out in the text, you can look at the template and say, oh, that's a dart. That will be my new approach. So the ears, just make little clips into the internal curves, V-shaped notches.
Could I pinking shear?
Pinking shear would be good. So go around the ears. This is an internal curve, so I'll just give that little
So
clip.
on the internals, you just do little clips, and on the external ones, you take chunks out?
Yes.
Okay.
And then
like
once that's done...
Elephant.
It does have. Turn it the right way out. Give it a press, actually, just so you get all the edges nicely flat and pushed out into position. And then when that's done, there's a stitch line which is marked on the template. Transfer it with a pen like this. And then stitch over it, and that will create a channel in the top of the ear. I don't know if that shows up.
Gives it some nice... Yeah, you can see that.
Creates a channel. Stuff the channel only. That helps the ears to stay out in position, but also gives them a bit of depth as well.
Fab. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Eee. This is the bundle across the bottom, by the way. Lots of people buying your pen at the NEC. I call it your pen now.
That is my pen, yes.
Joe always asks for this pen. This is the water erasable pen, and we had it on our stand because, you know, it's always one of those things that you're like, yeah, you need this. And we know that this will wash off your fabric. Obviously, always double check.
I've never had a problem with that one, ever. It always comes out.
That's what you want to hear, isn't it? Okay.
I'm not on commission for those pens. They really are.
Yet.
And I had to leave one.
Yes.
I had to leave one behind at the show, and it was.
Oh no, never leave one behind.
I know, it was quite difficult.
Oh, here we go. Laurie says, morning, girls. Thank you for showing the picture and the mention. Yes, Natasha, you remembered well. My friend's name is Davina. Joe, love and watch your demos. Love from Laurie.
Morning, Laurie.
Morning. Okay.
Right, I'm going to move on from the face, try and fit everything in. The legs.
10 minutes.
What makes it difficult is the tricky bit is the top of the leg and the bottom of this leg, they meet at this point, and it's important to get this point right because you've got the stomach meets there, the top of this leg, and the top of the underside of this one. So it's this point here. So we've got a few seams converge on that point.
So that's quite a high pressure point then, isn't it?
It is. So I'll just do one side of the stomach for speed because I have got a pre-done body. Oh, all this fluff.
What were you making? What? Oh, can you say?
No, I can't say.
You can't say.
You could possibly guess looking at the colour of the fluff, but...
Secrets.
Yes.
Sewing quarter secrets.
Secret sewing.
Is that what was on the desk this morning?
It was what's on the desk this morning.
You're going to love it. Right.
Okay, this is an inside leg at the top, and this goes around this opening here.
So similar to how we just did the mouse. And spin it.
Yes, pivot at this point, and there's a mark. I'll do it in the brown so it's more visible. This corresponds with the top of this leg, but again, remember, it's this point that joins up because we still need the seam allowance here.
Right. Okay.
So this point with the seam allowance above it lines up with that marker there.
So it does feel like you're starting to sew midway in a way, doesn't
It does.
Because you're 1/4 of an inch in from the top and in from the side.
And I was chatting to some people at the show who said, I can't make the base fit on the bunny, I end up with too much fabric. And the problem was not
they were
starting.
Right. It's amazing, isn't it? 1/4 of an inch makes all the difference.
It does.
Do you need to trim it? Do you need to, like we, with the mouse?
It's not a tight enough corner. You can do, but it's not a tight enough corner
Okay.
to definitely need it.
And you go all the way to the edge.
I do on this one,
So
yes.
we start here. Let me just really show you.
Show and move that thread.
Yeah, look, so here we go. I don't know how close we can get in on that. So starting there, can you see how you've then got a seam allowance? Because I think this is really important. You've got a seam allowance in from there and down from there. So mark it, that matches up to the one that's marked on your pattern underneath. And then down, pivot, and then you go all the way to the end there.
I do with this one because they both finish at the same.
Right.
It's raw edges at the same point.
Okay.
And then finger press this seam open. And the bottom leg, myself, and it's my pattern and I designed it, and I've sewn on one of these legs upside down before now. Well, both actually. The longer side is the bottom.
Right.
So it goes on this way. So start from that point and sew this around that
Oh,
curve.
so that sits in really nicely there. Okay.
It does. It's not difficult to get this one into position.
Now, Jo, I have a question. This is my own question.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is lots of you at home buying overlockers and things like that. I know a few of you bought them at the NEC, and you know some of you buy them from us and all over the place. Can you overlock these edges to make them seriously secure, or is it just too fiddly?
Do you want my true confession?
Yeah.
I've never ever used an overlocker.
Okay, there we go. So if anyone's got an overlocker, give it a go and let us know how you get on.
My mum has one, my sister has one, I've never used it.
Oh, Jo!
I know, sorry.
Okay. Gotta ask. We'll find out.
So we've got both legs on, inside legs, and do this on the other side, but I'll just concentrate on one side for now.
Which leg, where are we? Which legs, which?
We're at the tummy, and it's this point here where these two meet.
Is that bit there? That's
and again, like quilting, the point is there, it's the seam allowance in. So this is the point where they meet.
Right.
And we want this extra here,
That
because this
bit
is the
there.
seam allowance.
Okay. So I'm pointing to the right bit. It's that
Yes,
bit there.
it's that bit.
Okay.
And
Make
then,
it doubly sure for you at home.
if I could have got this piece on in one piece, I would have done, but I couldn't because it overlaps.
Okay.
So this is a separate piece of leg. And again, it helps to draw in the seam allowance. This here, this corner here is the corner we want all the seams meet at.
Okay.
And this leg, I'll draw the seam allowance here. That point needs to match up there, so we've got the seam allowance at the side here as well.
Right. I'm with you. Yes.
So I'm going to join this
Up to there.
up to there.
You have full instructions. They are photographed. You're good to go. Watch back the show. Between the written instructions, the picture instructions, and the show, you'll get it. Now, is this an advanced beginner then, because of this?
Yes, I would.
So the
it's
mouse-
a definite intermediate project, this one, I think,
Absolute
really.
beginner for the mouse.
Yes.
And then this one, an intermediate. I like that we have different abilities.
And the mouse, start with the big mouse.
Yeah.
And then make the little one.
Just
so you
because
get
of
used to
size.
the way it's made.
Yeah. Jan's got a question. Oh, she's got photos. Oh, Jan sent in photos. Well done, Jan. She's in Norfolk. These are
seen.
audio cast makes. Look at that. Oh, she's oh yeah, no, I saw
love
this
the
on the
rugby
fan
player.
page. She adapted this to make a boy rather than the ballerina. Because, you know, was it for a grandson or someone like that, I think? Oh, she didn't say, but I think it was something along the lines, if I remember rightly. But brilliant.
It's the Leicester Tigers kit, isn't it, I think?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, apparently Tim says you were pro. so. Don't do that. Right.
And then the front of this leg matches up with this one and this top bit of stomach here.
Right, okay.
If we see, I don't know whether it's visible in the fabric, but this leg just finishes here, so it attaches to a bit of stomach as well.
So that's your little bit of stomach, it's just that bit, and then you go into leg. That's how I'm feeling right now, just stomach into leg. It's all good.
Right, I'm
Take about 3 minutes, Jo.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to do this really hastily now, so that's code for don't judge my sewing. So. There we go.
This is, I like to think this is a safe space.
Yes.
Where nobody judges.
Right, so this is the bottom of the front leg. Finger press this seam open.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, if you've got a glue pen, that'd be great to hold this into position, and then sew the toe around the front.
And this is the bottom of this one. Is that this one?
That's the leg above it.
That one. There we go. We're there.
One. Yeah, that's the.
Da-da-da. Fabulous. Well, you know, there's every chance. I had a 25% chance of getting it right. There were 4 legs going on.
There we go. So I've popped the toes on. I would normally stitch across the bottom as well, just to really fix it in position.
But
trim
time
away.
is of the essence.
Yes, trim away any excess and pop the foot around the bottom. And I start, again, leaving. I've got the centre mark, but I start it 6 mil, 1/4 of an inch from the cut edge of the fabric.
Yeah, I must remember to do that. And if something isn't fitting at home with your Jo Carter Makes, it might just be that you've just done it straight up to an edge where there should have been 1/4 of an inch left for your seam allowance, because otherwise you've got nothing to sew the back of the leg together with, have you?
Yes, you've got no extra fabric.
Okay.
Sorry, machine's shouting at me. I'm just putting the foot on really quickly so that I can get to the bits where the legs meet.
Okay. And so needle down, twizzle around, because this is a circle.
And some people like to have the circle piece underneath. It's personal preference. This is just the way I've done it for years, and I think it's possibly not the easiest way of doing it.
How many years have you been making toys?
About 8. Oh, I don't. It's horrible when I have to think about it. About 18 to 20 years.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is the second time this has happened to me this morning, because you don't look old enough to have been sewing for 18 or 20 years. And this morning I was asking the cleaner if she had a new boyfriend, because a chap's been dropping her off in the morning. She said, "That's my husband of 10 years." She only looks about 20. I was like, how? I know executive producer Hannah's gone, but I thought she was only about sort of, 18. No. Whatever face cream she's using, I'm on it.
Definitely worth.
She looks amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very shocked.
Yeah, we both were. There was this gasp from the dress. We were like, 10 years? But yeah, anyway.
Again, right now the foot's on, sew the back of the leg, and it finishes at that point.
So this is the naughty point.
So close this back of leg
Okay.
up to that top point, and try not to over sew beyond and into the seam allowance, because
What happens if you oversew?
It will gather, it will just sort of tight, it will catch too much and you won't get a smooth finish. So if
Okay.
you do, it's worth unpicking the stitches.
Okay, we're having an extra minute just so that we can look at this.
Okay. So I've stitched up to that point there, and I've
Right.
finished and not gone over at all.
So that's a good reason to, again, draw in that point, isn't it? So you know exactly where you're heading for.
Yes, it does, it really helps. And then reposition. So now we're having the bottom of the leg, the bottom leg, the top bit, we're bringing that together, and I want to sew, and the point that I've drawn on, and we want to finish it there, at that point.
Would it be easier to start there, or do you?
No, I find I find it easier to finish there, because I can see exactly where I want to finish then.
All right.
Because at the beginning, I think it's harder when you're placing the foot down to start in exactly the position you want.
Okay.
So I'll do this quickly. And so I'm getting close, so I'm going to make sure this back, the side bodies lay nice and flat.
Okay.
Hopefully this will work. But I can see the dot.
So head for the dot and a reinforced back stitch there as well.
Yes.
So that you've got extra, because this is a pressure point.
I've not quite gone far enough, so I would go back and stitch so it met. And then just on the side body piece, just clip into that corner.
So there's a bit of give. Just
so you've got that bit of freedom. If I turn it that way round, it should all nicely meet at that point.
Hooray. When you get your instructions, rewatch the demo at the same time. Jo, we are out of time,
We're out of time,
seriously out of time. So I've got to go over there, but thank you. Look, see, there you go, you can see the leg there.
Problems with the bottom, send me a message through the Facebook group and I'll answer it.
And Jo will, I was going to say, deal with all your bottom needs.
All
that
bottom needs.
So wrong.
Yes, bottom queries.
Thank you very much. I'll see you in an hour for unicorns. Again, more sentences you don't hear in every workplace. Right, the floral bundle here, been super popular. Again, this is for elephants and mice. 1/2 metre of each of these. This is the most popular one this morning. It's unashamedly gorgeous, I think. Beautiful. $29.99 plus, of course, all your little extra trimmings and bits and bobs. Both sets of instructions, good to go. Right, the next one, which is producer Hannah's favourite, is here. Just don't let that put you off. But no, it's lovely. Look at that. I do enjoy those flowers. And then you've got your glacier grey, and look at that new lime linen fabric texture in there. Fabulous. And of course, all your trimmings and your stuffing and your instructions. And it's a big old bundle. So yes. Jo says, any questions, just pop it on the fan page, on the Facebook group fan page, and we'll try and help you if you've got a problem with lining up the bottom. Yeah. Now, you've got your latte in the cream bundle. You've got your latte, you've got your cream linear, and then you've got your sand spot on, plus all your other bits and bobs in there. Plus, you can make, this is for mice and elephants. So those 3 bundles make the mice and the elephants. And then if you want just the elephants, just the Nelly, then I've got lilac. These are new colourway bundles. These haven't been to air before. So you've got your lilac, and there you go, your spray time there. Gives it a lovely texture. And of course, your felt, your embroidery thread, and your eyes, and your stuffing. And you've also got this one, which is your grey and your lichen. Lichen. I liken the lichen. There we go. And eyes, that, instructions, stuffing. $24.99, there we go. Gosh, so many animals, so little time. We are back with unicorns in an hour. Next up is our cottage chic. So I will see you in just a couple of moments for that. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love. We've got something amazing coming for all fans of Tilda, as we've got a TV exclusive on Tilda's brand new book, Sunshine Sewing. We have the TV exclusive until the end of April, so get your copy from us before anywhere else and pore over Tilda's latest sewing creations. The brand new book features 3 full-size quilts as well as pillows, soft toys and fabric bowls, all made in Tilda's charming style. You'll be able to delve into 12 brand new summer projects and get inspired by her countryside themed designs. So add some sunshine into your life with Tilda's brand new book, Sunshine Sewing, available on our website now.
Hi, my name's Jo Carter and these are my top 3 tips. My first tip would be, even if your sewing room is normally a real mess, and mine always is, try and take the time to organise your fabric, your stash into colour order, because being able to see it and have it there, meaning you can pick out the colours and have them to hand and try fabrics together, really does help when you're quilting, and it means you use all of your fabric and things don't get lost and forgotten about. My second tip would be try and get to know your sewing machine. So spend an hour or an afternoon trying out buttonholes and various stitches and just get to know what it can do, because then when you've tried them, you know you can bring things into projects and make life easier a lot of the time. And my third tip will be try and sew when there's somebody else around so that they can keep you supplied with fresh cups of tea so your sewing's not interrupted.
On Saturday the 24th of March, we get ready to welcome back Mandy Shaw to the show when she joins John for 2 hours of fun. Mandy will be showing us a range of makes that will welcome Easter, including a basket of bunnies adorned with adorable bunny characters and eggs. She'll also be showing us her beautiful spring wreath and her French sewing tidy, perfect for keeping all your tools and tidbits safe. Fans of Mandy will be delighted by her gorgeous primrose spoolie doll dressed in gingham and will be inspired by her book, Stitch into Spring. So make sure you don't miss Mandy on Saturday the 24th of March at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy to follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
Hello, welcome back. Now, I've got a couple of out-of-the-box experiences for you this morning. This is my first one. Now, this is the Alice Caroline Tree of Life quilt. It's a bit special. This is done with a plique. Look at it. Do you want to see it finished? Because this is Liberty fabrics in this. It's a bit posh. Look at that. Look at that. And you know my favourite peacock tail feather fabric, they've actually used as the peacock tail. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's have a look. This is raw edge applique, pattern and instructions. It'll come, look. Now, this was demoed on the 3rd of February. This year. So if you're going after this today, make a note of that, the 3rd of February. Put Sewing Quarter, 3rd of February on YouTube, and ping, the demo will pop up for you. Now, you get, let's have a look, because this is extremely beautiful. Liberty galore. This is Liberty lawn weight, by the way. So look, you get all of these different colours. So this is beautiful because otherwise the only other way to do this would be to sort of pop along to Liberty and buy all of these as a ½ metre, which would cost a fortune. So you get your little bits here. And then look. Oh, this is the one. This is my absolute all-time favourite Liberty fabric. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? It is absolute classic Liberty. And then, look, you get loads of this. There's lots and lots in here, isn't there? Look at all of this. And again, woohoo! So you can do your binding with that and the top as well. So the finished quilt size is approximately 33 by 44 inches. I've got a thread. So maybe a wall hanging, something like that, or a centerpiece, or a quilt in its own right. Is very. I've got a thread there. Let me just get rid of that. Woo. And here the finished one is. Look at that, beautiful. So that fabric I just had my hands on. Can do your binding, can do your tree, the actual, you know, the actual barky bit. Look at this as well. This is so pretty. It feels so gorgeous. My hand. I mean, that doubles open again. But it's just, it's how it moves, isn't it? And just beautiful. My hands are feeling particularly rough after all the snow, being outside with all the snow. But look, it's just beautiful. So you're getting all of these different Liberty prints in here. It's just a bit special, isn't it? So you can do all of the front. You can do your binding with this as well, so Bound in Liberty, bit special that. And then you choose how you wad it and how you finish it off. And here's the cream. Oh, this is nice. There you go. That's not, and obviously that opens up. Do you want to see how big that actually is? Loads of it. Woohoo! So this gives you an idea of the size of the quilt, really, doesn't it? There, blowing in the breeze. Fab. Right. And then all of the instructions come in a nice little envelope so that you can contain them. Because it might be once you've done this that you then want to do it with some other fabrics that you have at home. So that's the finished item. And you've got all of your gorgeous Liberty there. Can I open this? Yeah. So all of your templates for your raw edge applique. You can do it needle turn if you wish. Here we are. I just think it's beautiful. You can machine it, you can do it by hand. So a lot of scope with this, a lot of scope. So maybe you're like Jill and on holiday and you just, you know, you haven't taken your sewing machine with you and you just want to take something that you can do by hand, sitting by the pool. So all of your instructions here. It even numbers each little bit. It's beautiful, isn't it? Because look, this is your peacock, so you've got the blue fabric for that bit there. So that does the blue body. And then the other peacock fabric does his tail. Beautiful. 3rd of February, remember? That's when all of this was done. And then, there we go. There are all your pattern pieces. Actually, look at the scale of this, because you can see now, that's your peacock. It's quite a big peacock, isn't it? Nice. So you're going to get a good glimpse of that fabric, and you can fussy cut those beautifully. And again, all labelled, all numbered, so you know exactly where you are with it all. Very clear. Beautiful kit, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. So all of the, I mean, there's a lot in here. And there we go. Even down to the tree, it's all in there. All your fabric, everything for the front and the binding. Then you decide how you wad it and what backing fabric you put on there. Some of you have already checked out on this. Well done. It was incredibly popular when it first came to air back in February. So well done for not hanging about on this. That's the thing. We do P&P per day. So it's only 1 P&P per day, so that you can, if you see something that you really love and you don't want to miss out, you can just check out your basket and then know that you've got it. You can relax. Sit back and relax and enjoy knowing, and that's slightly, you know, yeah. In that nice relaxed way, knowing that you've got everything that you need to get going. There we go. So let's pop that back in there. There we go. Right, so that is your Tree of Life. I won't have played with it, so you're all right. Now, that's Liberty. Oh, here it is in the studio. Look at this. Oh, that is beautiful. Do you know what? It far surpasses my expectations. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Isn't it gorgeous? So you get a little snippet of all of those classic Liberties. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Have you got any more? Oh, look. Oh, look. That is beautiful. Oh, that's timeless, isn't it? That's absolutely timeless. Oh, how beautiful. Right, Tilda. Now let's have a look at the Lemon Tree Fat Quarters. Now then, that is my Fat 8s bundle, so that's not a fat quarter. Let's have a look at these. Oh. Okay, now then, 3 different colour. Has the blue sold out now, Producer Hannah? Okay, we're not able to have it today. Okay, so we've got, basically the Lemon Tree is the latest creation by Tilda. It's inspired by, can you believe it, warm summer days? Because I know, what are they? What are they? But apparently they're going to happen. Well, it's British summertime, isn't it, on Sunday? With snow on the ground. Yeah, clocks go back, forward, Spring forward, fall back. Spring forward, yeah. Officially. Here we go. So this is from the new Tilda beautiful, beautiful range. Now, you get 5 fat quarters in here. Was that the blue one sold out? Produce honey, yeah. So this is all we have left now in terms of the Tilda fat quarters. This has been one that has absolutely flown out. This is a little bit retro for Tilda, I feel, but I'm enjoying it an awful lot. And then, of course, she will always bring us a beautiful ditzy. Oh, there we go. We can see this from on high. So we've got less than 10 of these. We don't reorder Tilda because she'll bring out another one. So, you know, we'll wait for that new one to come in. The hummingbird has been gorgeous. And this is the lemonade. Look at that with the little birds in there. And the lemons in the lemon tree. Beautiful. So you've got all of these. So if you love your pinks, you've got some teals in there, a little bit of ginger. It's all in there. Do you want to see the hummingbird one? Now, the hummingbird fabric is absolutely stunning. And I'm going to show you it in the next bundle that I show you because the difference in feel just from a change of colourway. But look at that. You've got those very delicate roses. I'm assuming they're roses. But this is, so you've got a range of sizes as well within the fat quarter bundle. So this is your large print. You've got ditzies in there. You've actually got sort of a geometric in there as well. You've got a mid-size floral in there. So you've got everything that you need, all your different sizes to really add some contrast, different colours, different feel. It's lovely. Very nice. And that is why it's always very popular. So that's your ginger and red. Now let me show you the other one. Now, you know I said that the... Oh, we've only got 2 of these. Okay, you might need to be quick if you want this. But look at this one. That's your hummingbird. But isn't it just the most feminine, beautiful, pretty print? Suddenly in a change of colourway. This makes me think of some gorgeous romantic boudoir. Just fabulous. I could imagine the most gorgeous dressing table with things upholstered in that. Now, also in there, producer Hannah says, you do get more than just one, don't you, Natasha? Yes, you do. I'll show you that in a minute. Yes, I'll show you that in a minute. You get, this is the lemon tree, which is what it's all named for. That's your ditzy. That's your lemonade. And that's your kind of retro-y one. But I want to show you this because this is fabulous. This is whimsy at its best. And this is the one that this is named after. Now, where to even start with this? Because every time I look at it, I see something different. Today, I'd like to point out the elephant. This is the elephant in the room. It's actually on a tree. As you do. There's your elephant. You know, tea for 2 up in the trees. There's a camel. Now, I've not really noticed the camel. Hang on, what's that going on there? What are they doing? Squirrels dancing, obviously. A chandelier. Oh, is it the Pied Piper? It looks like someone playing a flute. Ah, well, you see all sorts going on there. There's a hammock. Look, this is such a beautiful fabric. This is one of those things that the more you use it. Oh, yeah, no, they're dancing. It's like a Pied Piper in squirrel form. I don't know. It's great fun. Hang on, what's happening under... We're down to one of these now, so if you'd like to grab the last one of these, I just think it's fabulous. Beautiful. We won't get this fat quarter back in, so if you want... Well, it's turned into miss it, miss out. If you want this today, then this is the last time that it will be shown because we've only got one of these left, and that will probably go, I would imagine. So if you've got this in your basket, please check out, and it is then yours. Nobody else's, it's yours. $23.99 gives you 5 of the fabulous new Tilda fat quarters. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. How gorgeous is that? Right. Plum and green. I want to pluck this off the shelf because the elephant was, the elephant was guarding it. Look, this is your, again, this is your lemon tree, and this is the colourway that you get in this one. Look at that. Look at the base of the tree. Yeah, it is like a Ming vase. Now, let me show you. Here we go. So you get, again, there's your lemonade, rather. There's your sort of, I call it retro. And then, okay, let's go overhead now. There we go. There's your lemon tree that we've just shown you. Hummingbird in beautiful plum. Look at that. Stunning. And then this lovely geometric, which just works. Now, of course, you can mix and match between the different colorways. They all work. So, for example, this cushion here, this has got the tree from the plum, but it's also got this one from the cream. So, you know, maybe you're just starting out. Maybe this is maybe this is just going to be a simple tote bag or something. Doesn't have to. Could just be the front, because when you've got a beautiful print, it doesn't matter how you use it. It's like starting with great ingredients. You know, can't go wrong, can you? Unless, of course, I'm baking, in which case you can always go wrong. Oh, actually, I'll show you, because I'm going to move on to the fat eighths, which gives you everything, gives you the whole range. Gives you the whole range, and that's how it will look. Well, could look. It's like a serving suggestion, but you can see how all the colours work together. So if you're going for the fat eighths bundle, and there it is. So a fat eighth is, each piece is half the size of a fat quarter. That's how it works. You're getting 20 pieces, so that's one of each of the collection. So you'll have the whole collection, and only 10 of these left in the company. That's it. When it's gone, it is gone. $53.99. But when it's gone, it's gone. We don't have any pre-cuts left of the blue that's in here. You can see, oh, here we go. This was the blue. So we can't offer these in a fat quarter form because they've all sold out. But this does give you, the fat eights, this does give you the entire range. Oh, the hummingbird was particularly beautiful in the blue. And actually the tree was really very stunning. And then you've got your ditzy. And that one. It's exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite. I would highly, oh, bless you, producer Hannah. Have you been near cats again? Oh, you've got a cold. Okay. No one put a cat in the studio then just to make you sneeze. Poor producer Hannah, she's allergic. Here we go. Here are all your different colourways. It's lush, isn't it? Look at that. Really beautiful. Less than 10 of these now. Please do check out your baskets if you've got these in your baskets. Would you like some? Oh, the buttons. Yeah, let's do the buttons. So in a lot of the Tilda books, and I've got a couple of those to show you today, she'll often pop on a button. And this button goes with this range. So you can coordinate your buttons. So these are the larger ones. These are the 23mm ones. So you get 6 of these. The other ones, the smaller ones, have sold out. If you're doing your cathedral windows and you are ever worried about points meeting or anything like that, and it doesn't quite, pop a button on it. No one will ever know. That is my top tip for you, $4.99. ATGQ24. There's nothing a button or a cleverly placed flower won't solve. There we go. Now, yes, let's have a look at some Tilda books, shall we? Do you want to have a look at the latest one? Yeah, so the latest one is naughty book, is inspired by the latest Tilda. This was, yeah, we had the TV exclusive, the shopping TV exclusive on this book, which is lovely. Apparently until April, which is fabulous. So here it is. This is your sunshine showing. 12 projects in here for $9.99. So producer Hannah went for $10.99. No, it was $9.99. She had it £1 on, and it was still less than £1 to make. Fabulous. So this is your lemonade quilt. Now, we had this as a bundle, and we did it with 2 fat eighth bundles in there, and that gave you everything that you needed. because it does use the whole range. If you wish to make it exactly like that. But maybe you've got other Tilda from other collections. Oh, Producer Hannah, I'm going to have to finish off my big Tilda quilt, aren't I? That's got about 5 different ranges in it. Because all the colours work. And that was what I had really underestimated with Tilda when I first started playing with Tilda fabrics, was just how beautifully they work throughout the ranges. So if you do have scraps left over from this, you can use them and merge them and blend them through. It really is gorgeous. And the book gives you all the different inspirations. Now, this is your reverse applique tree cushion. It's lovely, isn't it? And so you could use that. You could use up your scraps doing that. And the patterns are all in the back, by the way, as well. Now then, let me just open that properly for you. We're starting to crease it. There we go. Now, this is your patch cat. So you could do that in whatever colourway you choose. So he's in there. I like these bowls. I really like the bowls. What a beautiful, colourful way. I know the bowls are very clever. And then, because she also gives you the patterns to make the like the fabric lemons, so that you can fill your bowl with faux fabric lemons. And then this is the whale quilt. I love the whale quilts. But she also gives you, because if maybe, you know, a quilt is too much for you to think about, she also gives you the cushions. And I think that could be a whale draft excluder. Look at that. I think it's brilliant. I love, love, love the whales. And then the octopus. Oh, I have someone small at home who would love that. And then look at the little mermaids. Look at those with your typical Tilda faces. General instructions. Oh, and the bag, the whopping great big bag. Have you seen the bag, Producer Hannah? Look at the size of that. You can fit half your house in there. That's the size bag I need. Brilliant, isn't it? Did you say that? Oh, Producer Hannah said it exactly the same. That's the bag I need. That would fit all my yoga stuff in, wouldn't it? Perfect. And then I could roll it up and rest my head on it for when you do the little relax bit at the end. Another quilt. So you've got 3 full-size quilts in here. Cushions, a reverse applique, toys. Got a little bit of everything. There are your general techniques. You've also got the stars in there as well, which you're going to need for the mermaids. And then all your patterns. So piece them all together. They come in different colours to show you different bits and bobs. Just trace off the ones that you want. And it's all in there. So that's the latest one, which goes with the Sunshine range, but use it with any of your Tilda fabrics or any of your fabrics that you just love. Now, I'm going to just get... Here we go. I'm just throwing everything everywhere. Sorry, just throwing everything everywhere. Which one would you like? The pink... I was sewing by hearts. Oh, have you not seen this one, Producer Hannah? Oh, it's lovely. This has got pumpkins and all sorts of goodies in there. Sort of gourds. Lovely gourds. Now then. Yeah, do you know what? This is the detailing in your Tilda books, is that even that flippy roundy bit has got some of those in there. Right. And this had the fox, so this has got the fox pattern. The other one had the cat pattern, this has got the fox. It's a slightly more autumnal feel, but only if that's the sort of fabrics that you're using with it. So, general introductions. Beautiful quilt pattern. It would work with any Tilda. It really would. Give you something different to try. And again, full instructions, step by step, shopping list, everything. It's all in there. And then look at that. With the dragonflies. You do a bumblebee cushion in sort of springtime. Well, I guess I say autumnal because we move on to the pumpkins and things, and that's what makes me think autumnal. But this is summery. It's covering all your seasonal needs. Would you, Producer Hannah, would you change things? Oh, Producer Hannah says she wishes she could be that person that changes her decor sort of seasonally, but it's not going to happen. So there's no point. One day. You see, my mum's very organised. She puts like winter clothes away. And then, yeah, no, but there's no point, is there? There's no point. British summertime on Sunday, what's she going to do? Just walk around in a T-shirt because it's British summertime? No, Mum. Come on. Oh, you get your bees in this. They're good, aren't they? And again, great gift idea, pin cushions, all sorts of goodies in here. And another quilt. Love that. These are your flowers in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, look, she looks very happy with that, doesn't she? And then just lots of little ideas as well. We made some of the little flowers. So maybe you're just decorating things because you can. Just because you can. Oh, look at the layout for this one. Whoa, that's going to be a long-term project, but we like it. It's great, isn't it? You see, Director Tim just wants the hat. We could whip you up a quick hat like that. Fine. Now, lots and lots of different projects in here. Oh, now we did this on the show. We did the reverse applique cushion on the show. We haven't done the elephant. I think we should do the elephant. But we have done that on the show, and it was beautiful. Really beautiful. We did it with one of her ditzy prints behind, and it was just gorgeous. But you see, then you've got the elephants. I want to make the elephant. What are you going to do with your elephant, producer Hannah? Oh, you're going to make the Joe Carter elephant and this one so they can be friends. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough. I like that this one's decorated. It's a very pretty one. More quilts. This is quiltastic, isn't it? Look at that. You'd buy this book just for this? Well, that's true. Producer Hannah says, think how much you would pay separately for quilt patterns, but oh, hang on, we're up to 3 quilt patterns, full-size quilt patterns or something in this book already. Hey, Producer Hannah, I could see your hair like that as well. Just saying. Here we go. There it is. Oh, now I made the squirrel out of this book the other day. Yeah. Just out of some Tilda that I had at home. And it was, I made slightly bigger squares. Just, you know, because I had some strips. So I just made it out of that. But it worked. And then you've got your bunny as well. And it takes up less fabric than you think because it's only patchworked on the front, on the one side. And then you've got your bunny. Yes, there's so much in here. Oh, hang on, another quilt. Well, hang on, how much are we paying for this? $16.99. Awesome. Isn't it beautiful as well? So you're buying it for... this is producer Hannah. She says that when she manages to make these quilts, she's arrived in the wonderful world of quilting. You've got your bird there. And then, okay, then you've got your fox. Is that okay to put foxes and birds next to each other? Oh, look, they're friends. That's lovely. So diverse. This is a real home range, isn't it? You've got your toys, you've got your quilts, you've got your cushions, you've got your gourd. So this is, yeah, you see, this is what I say when I say it's kind of autumnal. I would do these as doorstopper gourds. And pumpkin, gourd, it doesn't matter, does it? Same sort of thing. And then you've got, again, you could have that as a draft excluder or just as a nice bolster cushion. And then check out your great big quilt. Lovely. Producer Hannah says there's a lot in this book, isn't there? Yeah, there is. There's an awful lot in here. But every page a winner. Another quilt! I know! Why don't you own this book? Oh, it's only $16.99, Producer Hannah. Get going, love. Yeah. I think we've done that one. Did we do that one? Oh, and you've got Father Christmas. This is what I mean. No, so you get all the seasons. So you get Father Christmas and you get the stocking in this one as well. Would you get this one because it's got everything? Yes, it's $16.99. Loving all the quilt patterns. You can do all of your Christmassy stockingy things. Who was it this morning that was already making for Christmas? They're on it. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. I just like to look at Tilda books, where, you know, whether or not I actually make anything from them at all. Actually, to be honest, all of my Tilda books I've made at least one thing from. Now, oh, you've got a photograph of Linda? Oh, from Linda, not actually of Linda. Here we go. She loves Tilda. Good on you, girl. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. So she's made the full selection. Oh, I love the elephant. Oh, she's made a toy that looks just like you, producer Hannah, in the denim. Oh, not the elephant, directed him. That's not very nice. The girl next to the elephant. Oh, look at the, oh. Fabulous. Oh, fat 8s. Now, you see, you'd have lots. Oh, low on stock of these now. So lots of those projects. You see, you'd have, because you've got the whole range of the lemon tree, you've got everything in here. You've got all 20 different fabrics, all the different colourways. So if you've got that in your basket, we can't reorder. So a fat 1/8, half of a fat 1/4. God, it gets a bit mathematical, doesn't it? But there it is, $53.99. But you've got a little sample, little taster of the whole range, which is beautiful. Now, another Tilda book. I'm in my element this morning. Gorgeous. Oh, very limited on this. How many have we got on this? Oh, 3. Okay. We will always reorder, but until then. Now, this one I think is unashamedly pretty. And I do enjoy it an awful lot. So we won't spend too much time on, but I love this one because you've got the dog in this one. Love the dog. And just little ways to pretty up your home. Make a flower, why not? So we will reorder slippers. Oh, I want a good slipper. Nice. So you can make all of these things. You can just make your home absolutely stunning. A little bit of red work, nice. Nice bags. There's your dog. And you've got, oh, your cat. Looks drunk. Templates at the back. Oh, the horse. Oh, I did the merry-go-round horse. Oh, that's what I made out of this one. There's so much, again, there's so much organisers. Look at the bear. Hey, now, if you bought the buttons, you could do buttons on the bear's legs. Nice. And then your templates and everything, all in the back. We've only got 3 of those, so that will sell out. It's $12.99. So we're not going to stay on that for very much longer. Where to go next? The cat. So in the new book, we get to meet the brand new pussycat. And his little tail's wrapped around his leg there. Deedly-dee. There it is. Pop his tail there if you want him to sit up. There we go. He's got a little curly tail, a bit like the monkey tail. Nice curly tail, hangs on to things. And you can see he is a patchwork cat from the Lemonade collection. Now, the pattern is in the book, but sometimes you want to give it as a gift, or you just want all of the fabrics so you don't have to worry about which fabrics you're getting. So if you want to make him, exactly, and I'll be honest, Tilda Toys is where I first started with Tilda. And so in this collection, you get everything that you need to make the cat. Full instructions again, full size patterns. You get, and it's, you know, you get all of the little pieces of fabric as well, like the stuff for the nose, full instructions. It's all in there. You get photographic, you get your templates, you get written. So 3 sheets of instructions. And now, oops, just dropped that. You even get, that's for the nose, by the way, as well. Everything you need is in here. There's a lot of fabric in here. So you also get, you just have to add your toy stuffing in. That's all right. Let me show you these. So you are going to get all of these. Yeah, the blue ones are beautiful, aren't they? And that one, and a big chunk of that one. And then your plain, of course, that you need as well. And there's your thread, and then your 3 different sheets of pattern. So however you learn, you have, oh, hello, just dropped something. You will be catered for, which is ever so nice. And that's $26.99. So that's the full kit. And cat boodle is what I'm going to call that one. Now, lots of you buy this every time there's a Tilda toy kit, you know, you go for it. And I think it just makes it a really beautiful gift, whether you make it to give to someone or whether you make it, or whether you give it for someone to make. It's entirely up to you. If you would, sorry, what was that? Oh, do you want to see the fin? Oh, it's just tied in away. There we go. That's the finished cat. So if you're giving this as something that is, there we go. So if you're giving that as a gift made, then it's actually quite a sizable gift, isn't it? There we go. But there he is. And of course, then you've got the pattern to reuse with your other Tilda fabrics. There we go. Right. So, and all of it fits into a nice little gift thing. And that's what I think is always so nice about these, is, you know, when I say it makes a lovely gift, oh, down there, Pussycat. There it all is in there. I have to say, my son absolutely loves Tilda animals. He goes crazy for them. There we go. Let's pop him over there. Tail goes that way. There we go. And that is your Patch Cat kit. There we go. Oh, he's going to have a little nap. Oh, he's sitting on books and all over the place. There you go. He might slide. Whee! Now, I've also got, if you missed out on some of the Tilda fabrics, but you want something that is kind of a little bit like it in terms of that romantic, sort of pretty cottage chic. Oh yeah, that's what the show's called, isn't it? What about Katie Jane? Here's a bag made out of some of the Katie Jane fabrics. So ever so pretty, got pockets in there. It's lovely, isn't it? You would be forgiven for thinking that that was a little Tilda-esque. Then let me show you. We have got the full range. Now this is 6 meters, so 12.5 meters. Gosh. And here they are. This is 100% cotton, 44 inches selvage to selvage. You can bag make, you can toy make. This is a quilting make. So you've got your ditsies, different shaped ditsies there. Look at this. Now, this also has all your different scale prints in as well. So if you're quilting, then gorgeous. Look at these reds and the teals. Now, this is the one I absolutely adore. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? You've got to get in for the detail on that. I just think that's beautiful. Isn't that stunning? It is a little bit like Sanderson wallpaper, isn't it? It's like Tilda meets Sanderson. So you've got that in there as well. This has been to air with John, hasn't it? He launched this one. Yeah. So you've got a few little ditsies going on there, and we've got some greens in there. So it, you know, kind of also along the same lines as your Tilda in terms of different size prints. You've got your ditsies, and you've also got some beautiful colourways going on in here. So you can really mix and match them through. And then look at these. And then your larger ones coming in. Beautiful. Fussy cut those. Now, you are getting, of course, 12.5 meters. Shall I show you what a half meter looks like? So if you're new to us, we talk about fat quarters, what are all these things? When you have fabric and it's woven cotton like this, then on the machine where it's woven, this is your selvage and selvage. They're your two selvages at each end. That's 44 inches selvage to selvage. And when we say a half meter, then that is the length. So a half meter is selvage to selvage, and then a half meter of length. A fat quarter cuts that in half. A fat eighth in half again. So in this bundle, you are getting 12 half meters. So 12 of these at 6 whole meters of fabric. It's not bad, is it? Really not bad at all. All cut beautifully, all coordinating. I just think these fabrics are exquisite. That's the red version of that beautiful blue one. Oh, I think it's lovely. Absolutely beautiful. So it is incredibly charming. It's got that cottage, shabby chic. Here it is. So it's a quilting weight, bag making, quilting, toy making. You know, maybe you've seen a Tilda quilt in one of the books, but you want to make it out of this. So 71.49 gets you 6 meters. That is a huge amount of fabric. Very, very beautiful. Lovely. Oh, I do like that collection. I haven't seen the entire collection. It's the first time, Producer Hannah, that I've seen the entire collection, and I really do think it's gorgeous. Now, we spoke about new customers a little while ago. We have, well, we've been on Sky now for a few months, been on Freeview for a year. Always we have lots of new people joining us, and thank you ever so much. And when you place your first order and it's over £10, that's not including your P&P, it's over £10, then we're going to pop this in with it. And this is your free rotary cutter worth £18.99. Do you want to actually see it in the flesh? I've got it here. So that's with your first order. You have to spend over £10, which is easily done. And if you do, then here it is. That will come with you. You don't have to use any codes or anything. It'll just be popped in your basket, and off it goes. These are very whizzy. It's like a pinking shear, but in rotary cutter form. I've never used one. I don't know how good they are. I've never tried, but I think the idea is fabulous. If you've used them, let me know. I'm intrigued. Right. What? Oh, handmade with love. Hey, now this is it, isn't it? Sometimes, especially if you're really good at sewing stuff, people don't realise that it was handmade and lovingly done for them. So what we've done to solve this problem is given you the chance to get your hands on handmade with love ribbon. So you get 4 meters of this. It's only just come back into stock, actually. Oh, Producer Hannah says, I know because Hayley loves it. Did she buy it all? Possibly. She puts it on every show. She loves it. Well, you know, it is. It's one of those things. If you do hand make something, then you do want people to know that the time and the effort that you went into, it was there. It was done with love. And there is £3.99. Now everyone can know. So maybe you just want to do a little tag like that. You know, a little label. It is a professional finish, isn't it? 4 meters. That's a lot of hand making with love, that is. It's a lot of hand making with love. Very cute. And just £3.99, pop it in your basket. Now, Producer Hannah, what have you got? Oh, now, last hour, this top really doesn't fit very well, sorry. Last hour, we brought you the mice, the Joe Carter mice, and we said if you're making one into a pincushion, stay tuned for this hour because we've got something for you. Now, I don't know if we brought these to air before. They have been on before. I've been waiting for these to come in because I think they're brilliant. They're ground nuts. We don't have them here because we added them in last minute when we went, oh, hang on, this fits. So these are your ground nuts shells. This is your unscented version. But basically, when you pop these in, they sort of resharpen your pins. So £9.99, they're quite difficult to get hold of in the UK actually. So £9.99 for your ground nut shells. That's unscented. We've got a scented version we'll show you in a minute. GVPZ10. You can also use them to add a little bit of weight in projects as well. But, you know, eco-friendly, we like that. We do like a bit of that. So that's your ground nut shells. So no extra postage, that's heavy. But it's all just 1 P&P. Now, the other one's got a bit of lavender scent to it. We're very limited to this one, but just really lovely. We will reorder them. They might take a little while because I'm not sure that we get these from the UK. I don't know. I know that certainly when I spoke to our buyer about these originally, it was months and months and months ago, and he said, oh, Tash, I don't know where I can get them from. I had to get the last lot in from the UK, from America. But so I don't know where he's managed to get these from. But if you'd like them scented with the lavender, then we've got them for £10.99. AHPZ27. Like I say, I don't know where he managed to find them in the end, but we've got them. Have they got dried lavender? Yeah, you've got dried lavender within it. Oh, nice. So it's not a synthetic-y lavender smell. It's proper lavender. Nice. Oh, the lavender ones will sell out, apparently, says Producer Hannah. Oh, because already we are down to 3 of those. More of you now have that in baskets than we have stock of. Gosh, very popular. Well done. Get your hands on those. Let's have a look at Home Sewn Home. Now, I think that the Katie Jane fabric works beautifully with this book. Just saying. Just to give you an idea. You could make most of this book, I think. Now, if you just want your house to be in good... Oh, you see, I like it when they do this, Producer Hannah. I'm very easily pleased. But, yeah, beautiful, but yeah, because... There we go. Oh, teddy bear with an eye mask. Who doesn't love a teddy bear with an eye mask? Look at that. So these are 20 projects to make for a retro home. It's less than £1 a project. It's all right, isn't it? There's your introduction. The photography in here is ever so lovely actually as well. It's very lovely. So your pinnies, your aprons, your plastic bag keepers. Very nice. All the way through. Oh, look, you see. Eye mask. Producer Hannah, have you ever worn an eye mask for... Oh, your housemate does. You can sleep through anything. Lucky you. You don't have a curtain. You just sleep. Well done. Good on you. But, oh, she uses, oh no, I have a buckwheat pillow with lavender in. That's what I made for myself, just to try and help the old neck and shoulders and thing. Oh no, I think this is lovely. Look at that. For your laundry. Now you do get in this, you get pictures, you get instructions. So if you are someone that, oh, night dress or pajama case. Oh, lovely. Very smart. But you see, you could do this in all your beautiful fabrics. Lovely. You hate putting your shoes in with your clothes when you go away. You like to go away a lot, don't you, Producer Hannah? You're always travelling here, there, and everywhere. Are you going to Cornwall? Which bit? Are you going to Truro? Oh, very nice. I gave birth to my son in Truro. He's a little Cornish boy. Don't go visiting the hospital, Producer Hannah. It's not like worth a visit. Are you going to the Eden Project? Have you never been? Oh, I worked one Christmas there as a Christmas elf for their Christmas project. Everyone needs a 6-foot elf, right? Yeah! That was my first time going back to work after I had Freddie. Oh, he was only 11 months old, going back to work, being a Christmas elf. Took him to see Father Christmas, but my dad's got a beard, and Freddie got all upset because it was the wrong beard. Hey ho, happy memories. Here we go. So you get your full patterns in here, full-size patterns for everything that's in there, by the way. All peg bags, this is storage box, everything. Everything. Oh, I haven't folded that right. We'll deal with that. Are we going over there to look at the box? Shall we do that one, then I don't have to fold that? Magically, maybe someone will fold that for me, because, yeah, it's like maps. I can't fold maps. Is anybody else any good at folding maps once you open them? Oh, thank goodness for sat-nav, that's what I say. Now, this is exciting. The quilt that I've had behind me, which is foundation paper piece, it's this one. Take a look. There it is. Nice. Isn't that pretty? Kind of a red work, isn't it? Very lovely. Now, this is how it will come to you. So this is a Lynn Goldsworthy design. She's a very clever lady. We had this specially bundled for you. We are in single figures for you, but when you get it, can we, shall I just... Now, this went out on a repeat the other day, so there's just so much in here. 15 meters of fabric, but let me show you. You get all of your instructions as to how to do this. Lynn Goldsworthy makes some beautiful, beautiful quilts. Full cutting instructions, full instructions. The dog is not included, sadly. Demoed on the 17th of this month. Oh, only a couple of days ago. So lots of you asked to see it, so we just thought we'd bring it back for you. So Oh, I see what you mean. It went out on the snow repeat, so some of you struggled and didn't know how to purchase it because, you know, snow repeats are, well, we've never done a snow repeat. No, first time for us. Now, everything in here. Oh, look, there's another thread. You get a couple of threads in there. Wow. Okay, look at all of this different fabric in here. It is gorgeous. In fact, I'm going to start this end and then lie it back down. Isn't this just beautiful? This is probably one of the most homely quilt kits. We don't offer these fabrics anywhere else. We only got these bundled for you so that you could make this quilt, which is just stunning. Look at that. That's beautiful. Now, overall, there's 15 meters of fabric in here. This is a whopper. Oh, look at these creams. They're just exquisite. And that's got some beautiful texture to it as well. Oh, these are lovely. Look at the birds on that. Wow. My word. There's so much. This is layer upon layer. Look, there's more. There's more. Wow. All quilting weight, all beautiful quality. Really gorgeous. Look at that. That texture's all printed on there. Little stars. This is gorgeous. Right, okay, now let me take these out. So, here's your bundle. This is how it's going to... Oh, this is a proper exciting day when this arrives. Ding dong. But do you know what? It's all in there in the box, ready for you to go. Now, let's have a look at the rest of the fabric in here. Oh, yeah. Because you get your backing, your binding, everything. Like when we say this is it, it's everything. Look at this one. This is a lovely soft red. That's your binding and your sashing as well. 1.5 meters of that. It feels so soft. It's gorgeous. The quality here, absolutely exquisite. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice. And then 5 meters of your backing. Look at all this. Way! I'm not even going to try and unfold all of that. It's got disaster written all over it. This is all 100% cotton, by the way. And look at your 100% cotton wadding. Oh, look, you can even see the natural, beautiful fibre. That looks like it's been needled. That looks lovely. Ooh. You know, I say it feels like a proper cozy, cozy quilt. To get your wadding and everything in there. So, and you get 2 threads that we put in there. So you don't even have to worry about what thread to use. We've put that in there as well. Wow. Now, if you want to see Victoria Pete's demo this is foundation paper pieced. Even your half square triangles. She shows you how to do it all. Full instructions with that. Absolutely gorgeous. So you get your full instructions and your threads. Now, this will make, let's open it up, a finished size of approximately 62 by 82 inches. It's a big one. Love that. Love that. Isn't it beautiful? It's a whopper. You're quite right, Producer Hannah. It is a whopper. It's so pretty. And it's going to just, you know, give you a few different techniques to have a play with. Lovely. Lovely. One other bundle that we want to cover, which is your Home Sweet Home cushion bundle. Oh, it's down here. I was looking around for it. Now then. Cushion in a slightly different colourway back here to show you the sort of thing that you can be achieving. Here we go. So this is for applique, if you love a spot of applique. So this hour's all about getting that cottage chic. And here's the cottage, so you can be chic about it. Now, the fabrics in today's bundle, let me show you, are, wait, get your thread. There's your template. So you get your Home Tweet Home, and you also get your Home Sweet Home. And then you are going to get your beautiful linen look. And then Lucy did this, didn't she? And then you get your ditzy floral. Get your birds so that you can do your home tweet home and other birds. Now, if you want to know the date of the demo, email in, we'll find out what date that was for you. But otherwise, if you're quite happy with your applique, then you get all of the templates for that, and off you go. So maybe you want to make a bag, but it's entirely up to you. You get all the fabric there. So that's, 2 meters of fabric, template and thread, although I've just thrown thread on the floor. I'm doing well. How many other things can I throw on the floor this morning? Now, the scented nutshells are sold out. Well done if you got those this morning. We also have unscented ones. Again, less than 10 of those, but they're great because they kind of sharpen your pencils. Very clever when you use them. And also they give a little bit of weight to a project as well, which is great. So if you're, worried about the environment, then this is a great way to go if you don't want to use plastic pellets and things like that. Now, coming up next, we've been waiting. Oh, now, hang on, I didn't throw that. That was Jessie. Jessie threw that on the floor. Now, coming up after the break is the unicorn. We will pick it up off the floor and put it back on the desk, ready for the next show. It's lively, very lively unicorn. So that is what is coming up after the break. So if you've always fancied a bit of unicorn in your life, then Jo will be back after this short break to show you exactly how you can make it.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
Sewing Quarter have an exclusive, amazing price for our viewers on the Elner Expressive 920 sewing and embroidery machine. This ultimate machine is the perfect investment to help you enjoy sewing, quilting and embroidery like never before, with a range of impressive features to help you every step of your project. This ultimate machine is the perfect investment to help you enjoy sewing, quilting and embroidery like never before, with a range of impressive features to help with every step of your project. This top-of-the-line machine truly has the wow factor, with an embroidery speed of 1,000 stitches a minute and a large hoop size, making embroidery a breeze. The high-resolution touchscreen allows you to create your own stitches and designs, and it also has an automatic needle threader for ultimate ease. The machine also includes 10 fonts for monogramming, 13 one-step buttonholes, and a variety of over 400 stitches. You'll be spoilt for choice. It also has an expansive bed space to allow for quilting and larger makes, to make it the machine you can't live without. Elner Expressive 920 sewing and embroidery machine means you won't be able to wait for your next make. Head over to our website to find out more about our amazing exclusive price on this fabulous machine.
Simply Sewing is a magazine for dressmakers and home sewists who are passionate about fabrics and love to sew with stylish patterns. Each issue is packed with technical know-how, templates and easy to follow instructions to sew yourself quick wardrobe updates, accessories, plushy toys, gifts, bags and more. Plus, each issue comes with a free dress pattern from our expanding trend-led collection. We're proudly flying the flag for contemporary sewing with stylish patterns and beautiful photography to inspire sewists across the globe at every level.
On Sunday the 25th of March, tune in for an exciting hour of brand new gorgeous Liberty fabric with the lovely Jenny Smith. Liberty London is a haven for fabric lovers, with dressmakers and quilters from all over the country flocking to their shop to get their hands on Liberty's stylish range of eclectic bold prints. We'll be bringing you their brand new Cottage Garden range, which is the second in their new quilting weight fabric collection. So make sure you tune in when we bring you a range of over 20 Liberty fabrics to choose from, coming in beautiful shades of dusky pinks, denim blues and cool corals. These beautifully patterned fabrics are soon to become instant Liberty classics. Jenny will be showing us her favourites from the range and making you swoon over these pretty half meters you'll be itching to buy for your stash. So make sure you don't miss our Look at Liberty on Sunday the 25th of March, 8 a.m, only on 7/4, Freeview Channel 78 and Sky Channel 678. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love. Love Patchwork and Quilting is the best-selling modern quilting magazine that shares your passion for fabric. We publish 13 times a year, featuring must-make projects, essential techniques, interviews, news and reviews from the world of modern quilting. Every issue also comes with a free gift. Hello, welcome back. This is the Unicorn Hour. We're making this one today. We've got this exact pack for you today, which is really rather lovely. So the bundle to make this one, and this is Joe Carter's Unicorn. Oh, I love it. Now, this is the only one whose body is 100% cotton, because what we've done for you today is put fleece in the other bundles. So they'll look a bit like this one, but with different coloured manes, but they'll be fleecy. Ooh, we've never done that before. It's very exciting. So let me show you. This is your full instructions. They're all in there. Again, if you've got any of Jo Carter's kits, you know how good her instructions are. She takes photos as she goes or draws them. It's entirely up to whatever she's up to. There we go. Everybody loves a unicorn. Susanna, did I tell you my son has recurring dreams about unicorns? They are everywhere. Grown-up stuff. They were even in my kitchen this weekend. So everything unicorn-based. Everything that you need is in there. Now, in this kit, you get your thread, and you get your embroidery thread as well. Now, you're getting a whopping great big piece of felt in this. This is 60 by 60 with this felt. That's for the mane and for the tail and for the hooves. Mane, tail and hooves. And then you get 1 metre of your cotton. Now, this is 44 inches. So what's that, about 114 centimetres, something like that, selvage to selvage. So that's £24.99 plus your skein. Oh, skeins. You get a pink one in there as well. Nice. And your thread and your stuffing as well. Now, that is our Macawa option. So that's our, so that will make exactly that one there. There we go. Now, we've got new bundles today, and we've put a fleece in there because this might be slightly easier to work with. You know how we were working with the elephant earlier around those legs? Now, as you can see, this is much wider than the cotton. So you only need 1/2 metre in this one because it's so much wider. Okay? So in each of these bundles, you're going to get 1/2 metre of the fleece. This is your anti-pill fleece. It doesn't bubble, basically, that's what it means. So let's start lilac over here. So, let's pop that over there. Making room everywhere. So you get your beautiful, oh, that feels so lovely and warm. And then you get your thread. And this is your lilac. So you're going to get 2 pieces of your felt. So lilac hair, lilac feet, lilac tail, mane, not hair. And then look, you get beautiful silver, woo, and for your features there. And then, of course, all of your instructions there as well. Nice. Now I'm going to put, so basically, all of these, the only difference is either in the skeins or the hair colour, the mane, tail, and hoof colour. Let's be anatomically correct with this unicorn. Okay, so the next one is your blue unicorn. Again, you get half of, I can't stop touching it, it's so gorgeous and soft. Super gorgeous. Oh, I love this. So a half a metre of that, but remember, it's like 150 centimetres, something like that, selvage, super wide. And it's all you need. And then you get your 2 different skeins. Look at the silver. Whoa. Look at that. And then, of course, you get your blue for the mane, tail, and hooves. And that would probably look a little bit like the chap on the front. Nice. Very nice. I love the options that you get. Now, the other option, loads of you have been asking about the pinks. I'm going to move that one across to there. Oh, bless you, Hannah. Oh, she's sneezing around all over the place. So this will be the closest to this one, but instead of with the cotton, we've put the fleece in there. Super soft. So with this, instead of the silver, you do get that lovely pink in there, but oh, it's just gorgeous. Look at that. So that will look like that, but soft, but really soft. In the fleecy soft for $24.99. Gorgeous. Which one are you going for? Oh my goodness. The fleeces are all brand new today. Oh, take your pick. It's all rather fabulous. I'm just going to take him around with me. Joe, he's gorgeous.
I do love this fabric combination.
It's brilliant.
The pink really pops, doesn't it, against the blue?
Welcome back.
Hello, Hope.
I'd give you a kiss, but I've just had some beef hula hoops.
Oh.
I want to. Now, if you've bought one of the brand new bundles today, the fleece, what's the advantage of the fleece? Because I know each has their different pros, cons, different ways of going.
Fleece takes a bit of getting used to, but once you're used to sewing with it, I think it's really easy because you've got a bit of flex in the stretch, and it does what you tell it to a little bit.
Really?
Easier. Yes. You can manipulate it into position a bit more.
So it's slightly more unusual to work with, but once you get going with it, then you're going to be absolutely fine. And it's a little bit more forgiving.
Especially sewing around the face, around the sides of the face, that bit of flexibility, that bit of stretch does help.
Around here. Around the muscle. I love the eyelashes as well. It's just brilliant. So we're going to work with the cotton today. Still, what's the advantage of the cotton then?
The cotton, you can see your cut edge really clearly. You can see the edge you're working to so that you leave a nice consistent seam allowance. Sometimes, just because it fluffs up a little bit the fleece, and sometimes the one underneath slips away a little bit. So it's important, if you're stitching with fleece, make sure you can see the edge of the piece underneath.
Of the one underneath. Okay, so pros and cons with both. It's down to personal preference, or just whichever one you like the look of, because you're still going to get a great effect with either or.
Yes, use a heavier weight needle on your machine for the fleece. About 16 is the one, or a jeans needle is good.
Oh, really?
It goes through 2 layers fine, but when you're putting the ears in and things, it's a bit chunkier and you need...
Oh, there's just that little bit, needs to be a little bit more oomph to get through.
And
Wonderful.
also the cotton fabric flows more smoothly under the foot, so that if you have a short stitch length, because you want nice sturdy seams, that's fine for the cotton, but widen your stitch length a little bit for fleece, because it doesn't flow as easily under the machine, so they just become that tiny bit closer together anyway. Okay. And they become buried in the fabric, so anyone picking with a really short stitch length is challenging.
Fun.
Yes.
So whichever way, there are pros and cons to both, but we absolutely love them all. So it's entirely up to you as to which one you want to go for. Now, lots of you going for the cotton, and he is in your main graphic there. And then down the bottom is the purple fleece. It's not the fleece that's purple, it's the mane and the tail and the hooves that gives the... Oh, I'm prancing. Yeah. Just thinking about it. Right. So all the pieces are cut out.
Yes.
All, to me, look unrecognisable as anything resembling a unicorn, but I'm used to this.
It will come together. I'm sure I had 2 of these pieces. Can only see one now. We'll get to that a bit later.
You mean that one there? Is that the other one?
No, they're two. I don't strictly need two. I have a part-made body, but I suddenly looked down.
What is that?
This is an inside bottom leg.
Oh, okay, so an inner thigh.
An inner thigh, yes.
Right.
But, yes, we'll make do with one.
Now, would you recommend cutting everything out to start with and then labelling everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Or if you don't label them, at least have your templates, which are labelled to hand, so that you can just pick one up and say, oh, that's what that is.
But maybe not cutting them all out, then travelling halfway down the country and then trying to find them all again.
Yes. Yes, that it just adds that extra dimension of, you know, excitement. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. We love that of an early morning. Where do we start?
Start by prepping the hair, the mane and the tail pieces, to give a little bit of extra detail, and also to stop it being pulled and stretching. It just strengthens the felt. I've put machine detail on these ones. I did it by hand with embroidery thread on this one.
I'll show you both. Let's have a look at this one first. So this one's just been machined, so you absolutely can. I've got a nice variegated thread, I might.
That would look beautiful. Only a nice rainbowy feel.
Only because you did it with the hand thread.
Yes.
In that one. So, or if you've got your variegated Tula, go with that.
I experimented with this one as well with double layer felt thickness, and my advice would be don't.
Okay.
Stick to.
There we go. Don't do that.
It makes it really difficult to work with later on.
Really?
So the single layer level of felt for these is fine. We use 3 for the tail and 3 for the mane. But yes, don't double them up.
Woo-hoo. Yeah. This is the dream, isn't it? I mean, just look at it. Fabulous. It's got a little bit of fluff. Right. Let's start making.
Okay, and to stitch these, the easiest way of doing it is draw them out. I don't think it'll show up in this light, actually. But this is the template. And I've drawn the lines. I can see them. And then I would use these to stitch around and cut them at the end. So I stitch them as one bit. And once they're done,
make life easy.
Then stitch them.
Okay.
And these pieces that are the fringe.
Forelock.
Forelock, that's it.
Yeah.
I knew. Yes.
You knew that. You knew that.
I did.
Yeah.
I was just testing. Yeah. I didn't.
They're not bangs, producer Hannah. That's the American word for fringe.
It's such a weird term for it. Bangs. Yeah.
It is weird, isn't it? Like 80s bangs. My mum had 80s bangs. Anyway, sorry, forelock.
Forelock. Don't cut these out at all until you've done the stitching. It's just easier, even around the sides. Okay.
And because you get a couple of those, don't you? So you've got a lovely forelock going on there.
Yep. Nice. One either side. So I'll put these all to one side once they're prepped and ready to go in.
Okay.
And then start with the head. Now the horn is challenging, but there's a way of doing it. The reason I've done it with a series of straight lines is because I find it easier to sew down. This is where the
horn.
No, this is the middle face. This is the horn.
Oh, okay, that's all right then. I know that shapes are weird, but you know, the spanner-looking bit surely is not a horn.
And it does help if you draw in the seam allowance.
Right.
But doing it with straight lines like this means I have clear pivot points. And then doing a curve.
Allowance.
Again, start here, leaving your seam allowance.
Okay.
And this, honestly, does fit. So,
if you say so. To me, it looks like a spanner, so I'm completely lost.
Pivot points here and here.
Which bit of the face is that?
This is the middle face.
Oh, okay.
And this is the horn to go at the top of it.
Oh, that's the horn.
That's the horn.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Does that make...
Yeah. Perfect sense.
And also, clip into these bits now before you sew.
Right.
And that helps as well. So I'm not going as deep as the seam allowance, but still quite a good clip. And hopefully this will work.
Said with confidence, to fill you with confidence at home as well. But here's the beautiful thing, is that you've been sending in your pictures already, so we know that it works. It is doable. Oh gosh, she's done, look at the horn on this.
Oh, is that in silver? That's fab in metallic.
Look at that. Oh, that's very clever. She's mixed up the manes as well.
And he's won a dimple fleece. They look brilliant.
That's clever. That's jolly clever. Is that like our pleather? Looked a bit like our pleather, didn't it, Producer Hannah? Yeah.
Which is my favourite thing to sew with.
Yeah, you were very taken with that, weren't you?
I was very taken with that, yeah. So I've paused now with the needle down at this first corner. I'm going to bring this round, make sure there's no creases in the bottom piece.
And because you've clipped, it's easier to turn. Oh, Producer Hannah's getting along with that. She's manipulated as you wish. Or actually, as the instructions say, would probably be better. Yeah. Yeah, as Joe wishes you to, that's right.
There we go. And then this last bit. And hopefully this has worked. I mean, it might take, there's enough fabric to practice.
Could you baste it if you wanted to, if you're worried.
There we go. So I think it's easy to do it in all one go. So you're twisting the fabric as you go, but there's no gathers in that. But you can see those clips really do help.
They've come into their own there, haven't they?
They
Just
have.
easing that fabric around.
So when we turn it that way, there's the horn.
Nice.
In the
Okay,
top.
so we've got my horse has got, my old boy Oscar has got a white flash all the way down the front of his face. So that would be, that's my horse, by the way, not just an old chap that I know. Well, he's nearly 30, Producer Hannah. He's been in my life longer than he hasn't. I've had him since he was 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
We've
mean,
shared many a happy day together.
you could always add an applique flash if you wanted to.
Good. Yeah.
Yes.
A felt flash.
A felt flash, I think it looked really cute.
Yes.
Right, so that's the middle bit. The head is the trickiest bit, I think. I'm going to. Once you've done the horn, you start with this and build your confidence, get this in, and then everything, it's all plain sailing, really.
So start with the most difficult thing to get your confidence.
Yes, once you've mastered that.
Then off you go. Fab.
But yes, draw the seam allowance on really helps. So you've got something to follow and you know where the pivot points are, and clip as well. Then the side face fits around here.
See, that is recognisable as a side face to me. I can see that. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I'll let you have that.
It does look vaguely horsey, doesn't it, from the side? And with the cotton clip around this sort of area here, from about here to here, goes around the muzzle. So I'm going to make little clips in the seam allowance.
And is that marked on the pattern as to from where to where?
It's not, but just hold them up. I mean, you could clip all the way down.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But just make sure that it's within the seam allowance so that that's not going to, you don't have to try and stitch it back up with your stitches.
Not vital with the fleece will just stretch and allow for it, and will form a work around the corner.
So when we talk about the
nicely.
advantages of fleece, that's a biggie, isn't it? You're not having to cut into it. Okay.
And you can pin this first. I'm going to stitch on the side I wouldn't normally do first. For some reason, I always do that side first, but I'll do this one. I don't pin it, I just go for it, but it might be more.
Hang on a minute. Are we starting right at the edge with this?
Well, they're both, the cut edges meet at that point, or you can start in a little bit.
Right.
So this bit's quite easy, it's quite a straight line.
Okay. Well, you've already done a horn, so, you know, it's all plain sailing from now on.
And then I'm going to be careful not to stretch this, but just do a few stitches and just reposition, take it nice and slowly.
So that muzzle starts to go round.
It's probably easier to have the middle face on top, but for some reason, I've always done it like this. I find it easier. Sorry, she's telling me off. So you might want to pin it. Have a bit of an experiment with pins and see which you think would be more comfortable as a way to sew it.
The thing is, you're not rushing this. You know, little bit by little bit, couple of stitches, take the foot up, spin it around, move on. This is one of those bits that you don't start 5 minutes before you've got to go and pick the kids up.
No.
This is one, leave yourself plenty of time to do this bit. And then you'll get a perfect result. Or be like Joe and do it live on TV.
Yes.
Where, you know.
Standing up.
Yeah, absolutely. Could possibly go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, oh, yeah. Round you go. So would you then just repeat that? Oh, hang on, I just wanted to show, thank you. So I just wanted to show where Joe started. Hang on, here we go. Start here?
Yes.
Yes. So again, this is, there you go. You start in a little bit there, and then off you go round. Because that's the bit, I think, where some people, reading between the lines, if anybody's had an issue, it's because they haven't left any seam allowance where they should have done. So if you can see there, Joe's very clearly left a little bit, a 1/4 of an inch seam, because that's going to be needed.
Yes. When they join up, I'll get to it in a little bit. There's one where there's an end of one piece sort of starts midway through another, and you must leave that seam allowance. It's the markers that line up, not the edge of the fabric.
Right. Okay. So that's one side of the head done.
Yes. So I find it easier to have this piece on top, but actually I think most people would find it easiest to clip this side, to pin it around, and then work with the middle face on top. But it's one of those things, experiment and see which you find more comfortable.
Okay, right. So if you're going to pin, maybe go with the, I'm going to call it a blaze on the top.
Yeah. And then there's a dart, just to give the cheek a little bit. Again, if you have the elephant, or you've made the elephant, or vice versa, they're really similar patterns. They follow the same sort of rules.
Okay, it's just that you've got a trunk rather than a horn.
Yes, but the body's very similar.
Okay.
There we go, so that'll be one side of the face. And then I have one ready done at this point somewhere. Just lost my spare face for a moment.
I know how you feel. Yes.
It's easily done.
Have a little rummage for your face. Oh,
there we go. I knew I had both.
Yeah, look, there we go. 2 legs. Fabulous. And we just need an extra face.
There we go.
Brilliant.
So this one has both sides on, and I'll just close these darts.
Shall I move that out of the way so we don't get confused with that?
And then the head, well, actually, I best look at the pattern, haven't I, before I say put this to one side and start something else.
So get those darts in. I was just getting the instructions out for you, Joe.
Thank you.
So we have, where are we up to? We have done, oh, here we go. Now, Joe actually did the ears first in her instructions, but that's all right.
We'll go back and do the ears.
We can do ears at any moment. But there's your horn. That's the bit that looked like a spanner. We've just done that bit and adding in the horn. There your darts. Oh, look, you've got an eye in already.
Yes.
Is that next?
Well, are these embroidered eyes for this one?
Yes, these ones are.
Yes, so the eyes go on at the very end.
But if you've got an eye left over from your elephant, because you get 3 lots of eyes.
Yes.
Not 3 eyes, 3 lots, like 6 pieces, so 3 sets of eyes. And you could always pop in an eye there.
Yes, should I just check that the eye position, it should be marked. Can't find the face. There we go. That dot there is the eye position, so just transfer that on, and that's where, if you're using plastic eyes, that's the position of them.
So everything's in there. Everything's sort of thought of. Cool. So we've done the mane, tick. We've done the tail, tick. We've done the face, tick. Should we turn over the page?
I best do some ears before.
Oh yeah, the ears. And then we move on to, well, that.
Yes. It's not as confusing as it looks.
Oh,
honestly.
I just say thank goodness for all of your lovely step-by-step instructions. Now, I've had a message. Who's this from? Jo in Warwickshire. She says, hi, does Jo use a 1/4 of an inch seam on her toys, please? Thanks, says Jo in Nuneaton.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Always.
So 6 mil, 1/4 of an inch, same.
Yes.
Same.
I used to do, that was the seam allowance when I did for factory production as well.
Okay. Because that was where you started, wasn't it?
It was. Right, so I've made a couple of ears, but spare ears. This is the front ear, and this is the back ear. You got to have spare.
Front needs a spare ear. Ear. Yeah.
The back ear is, the sides here are the same length, but there's more on the front ear so that we can get a fold into the ear and give it a little bit more shape and definition.
Okay. Love these.
So sew along one side, pivot at the top, and then sew the other side.
Okay. And again, Joe, all with this 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Joe in Warwickshire.
And I set, if you have a 680, just put it onto, press 0.6 and the needle moves, so you have, so I'm working to the edge of the foot.
Yeah, I have to say, Joe was so impressed with our 680 that you always used on the shows that you actually went and bought one.
I did.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And I had quite a few people come up to me at the show and say that they've got one as well.
It's been our most popular selling machine.
It's brilliant.
We will get some more in. It's been that popular that we've sold out for now. But so we will get them back as soon as Eleanor can get us some. Hurrah!
So I would come here and look forward to using the machines, and the difference between mine was too much, so I had to get one.
When I've been playing with the ones at work, and then I go home, and I don't have that needle thread cut.
Yeah.
The thread cutting function makes me so sad.
I don't know how to live without that.
No, I know. And you see, with the toys, it's just so easy. Anyway, we've done the ear.
So the front loops up because it's wider. You just clip the end of the ear and turn the right way out.
Okay. And then again, get a kebab stick or a...
I've left it outside, but
Okay.
I'll just use the end of these.
Be careful, be careful. I wonder if I have... Oh, no, look, I've got a Derek the Dobber here.
Oh, let's use Derek. Push the point out. I'll do one of these. So I can save an ear for later.
An extra ear.
You can trim down the sides a little bit. With fleece, you don't always have to clip because it just allows for... It just stretches and allows for things.
It just does it. Just
It
does
does.
it, which is fabulous.
There we go. And then at the end of the ear, you need to make the front of the ear the same width as the back. So just create that fold in the ear, just to give it a little bit of life,
Yep.
bit of shape, and then base the fold in place
Okay. Within that seam allowance.
within the seam allowance, and then the stitches where it's shown.
Fabulous. So which are you going for? Are you going for the fleece? Are you going for the cotton? Which one? Decisions. I'm going to leave you to do your second ear,
Okay.
and we'll come back and look more in all this detail. But I want to show you our different kits. So let's start with the one that Joe's been demoing with, so we know where we are. So here we go. If you would like to make it exactly like Joe's got it there, you get full instructions, you get your wadding as well. We can never fit all of the stuffing on the desk, so we don't put it out there, but you do get it in your kit as well. You get your thread, you get your embroidery thread, you get a 60 by 60 piece of felt, and you get a metre of your Macawa spot on. Now, you will have some left over, so we advise that you can make one, but it depends if you're clever about how you cut it out, you know. So we certainly never leave you short. There's always ample. And then it depends just how clever you've been with it. Now, the next three, oh, my hands are cold actually, I've just popped them under here. It's really nice and warm. The fleece is just beautiful, and you're just gonna stroke it. It's as simple as that. It's super, super soft, really lovely. Now you're getting a ½ metre of this because this is much wider selvage to selvage. This is, I was going to say, a dressmaker's width of 150 centimetres, but I don't know what you'd make to wear out of that. Maybe a onesie. But anyway, we're about the unicorns. So you get 2 pieces of felt. You get 2 30 by 30 pieces of felt if you're going for the pink. And you also get your 2 different skeins and your wadding and your instructions. It's all in there. Very nice. Now the next kit, over half of that is gone. Don't blame you at all. Oh, it just feels so lovely. I feel like my cat, whenever she gets on any kind of fleece, she's always like needing it. I feel a little bit like, oh. Now blue. We've got blue, and this comes with silver and black. There we go. And you're also getting, of course, in there, you also get the thread to actually sew it with as well, by the way. And your skeins, and, well, there you go, there's your bundle. That's everything. That's your lot. Or maybe you want to go for purple. Which colour's the most popular out of the fleeces, producer Hannah? The purple. Oh, here we go. Most popular one here. Most popular purple. Again, you get your threads, your skeins, your mane, tail and hoof colour in your felt, and of course your beautiful, beautiful fleece. And ta-da! Full instructions. Wonderful. This fleece is washable, by the way, and if you're going to make it for a little one, then use your felt for something else and maybe put some of your cotton, your normal cotton. But that's just so you can wash it at a higher heat. Then it's just so feels lovely. Now, Jo, yesterday, it was Sunday. Sunday I was meant to be at the NEC, got snowed off, told to stay at home, not to risk it. And so when my son discovered that I wasn't going to work, he said, well, this is wonderful, Mummy. You can stay home and you can make me a unicorn cake. Unicorns are everywhere. And he does have a recurring unicorn dream. I mean, of all the dreams I have, fabulous. So every morning he wakes up and he tells me that he dreamt of unicorns. So I rose to the challenge. Turns out baking is not my forte. I thought I'd do a big tray. Yep. And this was where my error was. I didn't quite grease it enough.
Oh.
Yeah. So this happened. Yeah. So then, because it... Yeah. So then I had to kind of like, so what I got out was my freezer paper.
Yep.
Drew a unicorn head on and sort of placed all the scatteredy bits on there. Yeah. So there's sort of the unicorn outline there on my freezer paper, so I could, and then I found in the cupboard, because of course it snowed, I couldn't get to the shop, so it was whatever I had to have. First I didn't have enough butter, so I had to make it with coconut oil. I mean, the whole thing was just disaster from the start. And then I found some very expensive ganache. I was like, that'll stick it all together. I'll be fine. And then a few marshmallows for the horn.
Perfect. I think that's, yeah, and I like the patchwork aspect to it. I think it really, draws on what we do here.
Yeah, I'm going to stick to sewing.
Yeah.
But I'd just like to share my failed attempt. So when I text Hannah this morning, because it's my husband's birthday, and I said, oh, going to be a couple of minutes late because I fell asleep again, but I'm bringing cake. Hannah would normally really get excited about that, but she thought I was bringing that cake.
Oh, so I'd say it looks really delicious, actually.
But actually, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was all right, yeah. People went back for seconds. Anyway, moving on.
Okay. Last few bits with the head. I'll base the ears on and the forelocks. You see, I'm not quite confident.
Well, no,
yet.
you see, because I always used to get confused between forelocks and fetlocks.
Yes, a fetlock.
Because the fetlocks are down there, and forelocks are the fore bit of the head.
Right.
On the forehead, if you will.
I mean, I say I'll remember that, but chances
Don't worry,
are it'll
I'll
go
remind
straight
you.
out.
It's fine.
Fold in the ear. They need to be mirror images. So fold one when you're making them. Fold one way and one the other.
Okay.
So we've got one for each side, and they fit in. I'll finger press this seam open. We've got the forelock one side and the ear below it, and they just need basting in position. So the front of the ear against the right side of the face. I'll put the ear in first.
Okay.
And then I can put the head to one side.
Can I put a request in for a donkey kit as well, please?
Yes.
Wouldn't be too different from this, would it? Lucy in Dorset said, morning, ladies. I already have the unicorn, but haven't been brave enough to start it. Oh, Lucy, no.
Be brave.
But Jo explains things so well. Gotta give it a go. There you go. Says Lucy. You do it. Yes, you do it. And then it says, love, love, S. So I'm thinking that's possibly sewing quarter, but the message cut you off, Lucy, so I don't know what the end of your message said. But thank you ever so much for getting in touch.
Any problems? I do rush. I can't go on the Facebook group too often because otherwise I lose hours on there.
It's very time-consuming. Yes. I get totally distracted by it. Because there's so many amazing makes on there.
There are.
Okay, so we've got ears, we've got horn, more forelock, more ears.
Pop the ear on, and then I'll pop the head to one side then.
Okay.
And concentrate on the body.
Excellent. Now, someone had done this. You know, you did the stag's head.
Yes.
Someone had done one as a unicorn.
Ah, see, I have made one as a unicorn in the past.
Did we do it on a show?
No, I've done
Or
it.
you just did it for because you could?
Yes.
You had a rainy day?
Yes.
I know, I'll just make a stuffed stag's head, but unicorn styly. Why not?
Oh, yeah. There we go. So we've got the face can go to one side. The horn is still left open at this point because it's one of the very last things to do.
Okay.
But that will close and it will
Right.
bring the front of the face. It has a bit of a slightly cow shape at this point.
I
But
think that's a bit harsh.
But it does. The ears are out at the sides at this bit, but they will pull up at the end.
Producer Hannah says, could you put in a request for a Highland cow?
Yes, I quite fancy making a Highland cow.
Their eyelashes are amazing, absolutely amazing. When we lived in the middle of Bodmin Moor, I remember the very first day trying to firstly find my way across the moor when we moved, and secondly I got stuck behind a hole because they have wild Highland cows on the moor. Is it okay to go round them? Do you beat? What would you anger the cow? I mean, how, or do you just sit for a while and wait until, they amble off the road? But there were about 4 of them in succession along the road. And I remember taking a photo and texting it back to my husband going, I've hit rush hour. I don't know what to do, I've hit rush hour.
Yeah, it's because you don't want to aggravate.
No, not with those great big horns.
No.
Because it's a similar climate to up in the Highlands in terms of the grass, so the Highland cows are beautifully on the moor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, this is very similar. This is the stomach.
Right.
So we've got a dart at the top there, which just brings it in for the neck. And these openings here are for the legs. And actually, they're really similar. It's the same principle as with the elephant. So this one fits around this opening, and then the bottom leg fits around this one.
Yeah, you see, that's a little bit more curvy, isn't it?
It does. It has a little bit of a curve. I did alter this pattern for these shows with the cotton because there isn't that give. It's easier, whilst it seems complicated to have the legs both ending in the same position, actually, overall, it makes it easier than trying to put a small sort of section of stomach in between them.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense.
Right. Okay. No, that's good. So I would be marking on my pivot point.
Yes, because you do come quite far past.
It's deceiving. I think that's the thing, and that's just somewhere that I would possibly just trip up a little bit.
Yeah, it is worth marking it on. And if you can see it at the end, just give it a sponge away if you've used one of the pens.
Yeah, one of Joe's special pens. Do you have to clip into there?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really need the freedom to move, because when it's finished, it's like that.
Oh,
anyway, it doesn't need to, if that makes sense. It doesn't need to sort of...
It doesn't need to be free.
It doesn't need to be free.
Now, okay. Did you sew all the way to the end?
I did, only because they both start... On this one, I started in at the seam allowance, but you can go to the end on the bottom here.
Okay.
Because they both finish on the raw edge.
Okay. And then how do you open?
Finger press open. This is not vital that you do this, but it just means it lies a little bit flatter.
Okay. Yeah, but it's always best to know best practice, isn't it?
Yes. But if it does get caught and folds under on the machine, don't go back and unpick.
Do I have to start from that seam, or do I start right at the edge? Does it matter?
This, I would start at the seam allowance, there or thereabouts.
Okay.
For this bit.
And then this leg part's got a little bit of a curve.
Yes.
Hasn't it? So just little bit by little bit. Just take your time with the sewing. Because it's not that these are necessarily difficult, it's just that sometimes they can be a little bit fiddly, that's all, because it's a small object.
Sometimes it's just getting your head around how they fit together as well. Because you look at some pieces and think, what is that? And how will it look right at the end?
You surely don't, because you made these. Or do you still have a moment when you go?
No, still, because I'll draw it and I'll take the pattern with tracing paper from the drawing, and then sometimes I look at the template and I think, I'm not sure that's... I'm not sure. I've taken it from the drawing, but I'm not sure that's going to work.
So we've got 2 legs and a stomach.
2 legs and a stomach, And then, again, similar as for the elephant, that was it.
Producer Hannah says, that's me. 2 legs in the stomach. Oh.
This outer leg here needs to join. If I could have got away with making it all one piece with that leg included, I would have done, but I can't because it overlaps, unfortunately. But if I could have put it on like that and it would have looked right at the end, I would have done this. But this is a separate piece. And again, draw on. This is the point here where all those seams meet. So the top of this leg and the bottom of this leg meet here.
Right. So is this his back?
This is all its back body along one side.
Okay.
So this is the back of the head, the back of the body, and this is the leg.
Right.
The bottom, the lower leg.
Okay.
So again, if we
Unicorn anatomy.
draw on the seam allowance, and this point needs to line up with this one, so we've still got the seam allowance either side, and then I'll transfer the mark onto this side. And this point here, leaving the seam allowance again, needs to line up with that one.
Right.
If it looks like it's coming up a bit short, you're fine, because this is on the bias and we'll stretch a little bit.
Okay. Right. And of course, if you're using your fleece and you've got, let's stretch, which is great.
Stretch does help a lot. There we go. So they're lined up.
Don't I know it at the moment? Any kind of stretch.
Oh, sorry. I'm always leaving that up.
That's all right. It's just so we can see your face, because otherwise you disappear behind it.
See, a lot of people wouldn't have that problem, would they? I bought some trousers. I ordered some cropped length trousers.
Were these the ones that you got on today?
No. The cropped length trousers I bought, perfect length in the leg.
Oh no,
For normal
really?
trousers.
Oh. You see, most normal length trousers are crop length for me. So I just have to pretend that's the look I was going for.
Yeah, we have the reverse problem, don't we?
Jo said this morning that she is convinced that by wearing a pair of crop trousers, she can change the weather.
Yes.
I would like to know that this wardrobe power you have over the weather is going to work.
Yeah, wear summery clothes and the sun will just automatically follow. I mean, that's got to be right, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I won't just get cold.
We'll see. You're a good northern lass, you see. So, you know, whereas everybody else is refusing to go out, you just wear your big coat.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
It was a stitch short there, but we'll gloss over that.
Director Tim says he'll wear shorts tomorrow and it'll be on your head. Well, they won't be on your head, they'll be on his legs,
me, it'll
obviously.
be fine.
But, yeah.
My friend's son wears shorts to school every day and has done throughout. Oh, he's not worn trousers yet this year. Even with the snow, he likes to wear shorts.
I don't understand. I don't understand. My husband's the same. If he can get with a pair of shorts, he will.
Yeah.
It's not normal. Anyway.
Okay, so this is the outer top leg is now in position.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the inside top leg.
Right.
And it joins to there along with this top bit of the stomach.
Is that a stretch of stomach?
It is. Stretch of stomach just to form a neck, really.
Okay.
And it joins to this top part of the leg. And then I'll stop here and leaving the seam allowance at the top for both.
Right. I don't know if I've just not noticed this leaving seam allowance bits here and there, or if I do. I don't know why I feel a bit sensitive to it today. I feel like I've...
Well, it was only because I was chatting to somebody and I thought, actually, maybe I do need to say to leave that seam allowance.
Just highlight it a bit more for everybody. So, yeah, if it feels like we're repeating, it's just because there are lots of them. And we want you to get it right.
It's great. I mean, I'd love getting feedback and to know what would make patterns, because I want to design patterns that people can make. There's no point me doing any of it if they're not achievable.
Oh, but Jo, I think, oh my word, when you see the number of beautiful pictures that we get in of your makes, and especially on the fan page, you know, I think we know that they can be made. Very much so. And actually, I find that gives me confidence. I think, you know,
seeing other people.
Yeah, if all these people can make these toys, then there's a fair chance I could give it a good go.
Yeah. I opened that out and saw that this stitch line here, it was just too scant to seam allowance, so I just went a little bit further in because I can see from this side now that those meet on this side.
Okay, so it's okay to go back in?
Yeah, so I've just gone back in and added a few extra stitches. There's no
Okay.
need to unpick. And then I've got the seam allowance at the top there for each one.
Okay.
So if I open that out, you can see it's like a point in quilting. That's
Oh, yeah.
where it ends.
Let's show that again. So this is where you've left all those seam allowances. That you can just see the colour there. That's where that's why, because you're going to be stitching around there. So you need to have that fabric to be able to stitch.
And also, if you've not stitched into the seam allowance, it opens out a little bit easier as well.
It's just a bit more, yeah.
It's just a bit more
It's
flexibility.
almost like you've clipped it then, isn't it?
It is. And then these have hooves on the bottom, so I finger press that open just for neatness on the finish at the end. Again, if it catches and turns over, don't worry. Hoof is felt, really easy to work with. Have the felt on
there's
top.
no right or wrong, is there, with the side of the felt? It's just felt. It's just.
I just make sure the felt I've put, the side I've put my marks on, I use as the inside just so I can see them. So I can see I've marked the centre there.
So it's just consistent, really.
Have the felt on top and just bring it around the edge. And it does what it's told.
Oh, if only all things in life were that easy. Christina says, hi girls, Jo is so clever. Any chance of a hippo? Oh, a hippo would be amazing.
Not sure I've ever done a hippo, actually.
Yeah. She says, enjoying my birthday, watching you both. Many thanks. Christina,
happy
you
birthday.
are in very good company. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my husband. And happy birthday to my spaniel, Arthur. It's day of birthdays.
It is.
Yep. Absolutely.
There we go. And just having the felt on top really helps. It makes it nice and easy to stitch that onto there. So we've got the top of the hoof then.
Nice.
At the bottom of the foot. And then the foot, I have this bit on top. Again, start, oh, it won't show on this fabric so well. Start here, leaving your seam allowance at the side.
Because you've got to be able to sew the back of the hoof up, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
If they're free, it just makes it a bit easier. And felt is the easiest thing to stitch in curves.
So, but is it one of those things, don't manipulate it too much because is there stretch in the felt?
Yeah, and it won't stretch, it doesn't retract. So once it's stretched, it's stretched.
Oh, okay.
So try not to stretch it, but at the end, if it looks a bit misshapen, you can just give it a bit of a pull into shape and it will hold the shape you want.
Oh,
then.
brilliant. That works and round it goes. Oh, I like this bit, it's where it all starts to come together. We've got about 6 minutes for you, Jo, just so you know.
Okay. I have a part-made body I can skip to in a minute, so.
Spare head, part-made body, throwaway ear. It's all going on this morning.
So, there we go. So that's the foot on.
Nice.
You can clip if you want. I never bother, particularly with the felt.
I was going to say, is that just because it's the felt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It will just accommodate the seam allowance. Bring those together, line them up, and sew along the back, finishing at that point there. So we've left the seam allowance. Try not to sew into this section here, so that we've got a nice.
So head to that mark that you made.
It can just cause sort of puckering. It pulls fabric into positions you don't want it in.
If you're working with the fleece, is that going to be a little bit more forgiving?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it always is. So just align this. I have managed to flip the.
Do you want me to turn
Should I
that?
turn it the right way? Thank you. I've managed to flip it over and chase it.
I was thinking, is that, you know, just an extra... Why are you just adding these little extra things in this morning? Just flipping the foot pedal. Let's see if we can just use it upside down.
I like to make life as difficult as possible, always.
Well, no, I'm impressed, Jo, because I remember when we first started the channel, how nervous you used to get before the shows.
Oh, yeah.
And now, not phased. Yeah, I'll just sew with my foot pedal upside down, doesn't matter. Poof.
Not quite. So, doing demos when you can, with people right in front of you, that's the new scary.
That is your new scary, isn't it?
It is. So this top leg is closed at the back, so I want to bring the top of the bottom leg together now.
Okay, it's all coming together a treat.
And they fit together, well, perfectly. I've measured it all out. But we want to finish that seam there.
That's how I want it. Perfect.
I spend in every single seam allowance and get tracing paper and make sure they all match up and they're the same length.
Your 3.
I don't know, really.
That's why I'm calling them messages. A different way of seeing things.
Okay. Sometimes I look at a template and think, oh, I need to give it a bit more there or take a bit off there, and that's just flat paper, so it's not. So I worked.
But it's knowing how that's going to come together. That's where you're genius.
There we go. So that's. These are too big to do this, but then tried not to over sew in any way. So scissors in, and just clip the side body fabric, not the legs behind, just the one layer. And then if we turn that out.
It's Merseyside Marcia's brother's birthday today. She says, good morning, lovely ladies. Today is my brother's birthday as well. He lives in Brazil. It's a bit warmer in Brazil.
A little bit warmer, yeah.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Marcia.
On this bend. That's the knee. Is it the knee?
Yeah, we'll call it a knee. Yeah.
Hoof. And so the hoof on.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to, once all we have. Don't be, any questions, just send me a message through the group, and because yes, I want them to be achievable. I want people to be able to make them. And
lots of you posting on the fan page, the Sewing Quarter fan page, and lots of other fans helping, which is really lovely. You know, because they've some of them have made a lot.
Yeah, it's a really lovely community.
Could almost rival the number of unicorns you've made.
More bunnies than I have now.
No, that can't be true. Right, where are we at?
Right, we've got this opening. I'm not going to close the bottom of the body yet. We've got this opening for the face.
He is, but no.
I'll move these legs.
We've got about a minute.
Leaving the seam allowance again. Start from the bottom of the horn and
So that's the, okay.
And we'll pivot it around. Should I sew that on?
So that's the, okay.
And we'll pivot it around. Should I sew that on?
I don't.
Okay,
She's up for a challenge.
Again, hasty sewing. Don't judge. Normally, my
Is that our new code?
Yeah.
Hasty sewing, don't judge.
For the sake.
So whether you're going for the cotton, whether you're going for the fleece, it's entirely up to you. Then that is your main detail there, £24.99, MHGC 88. That gives you a metre of your Macawa spot on. You also get your felt, and then you get your 2 embroidery skeins, your popular felt option, but the graphics, meh, they don't want to pay that much.
They're not doing what they should.
They're a little wayward, like a naughty child. Now, felt, and that's the most popular one this hour, out of the fleece. And again, you get half a metre of the fleece because it's much wider. So, it all works out. And plus you get Everything you see there, I like to get the silver skein in there as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right, so at this point we've got all, but it's basted the 3 layers of main together to hold them in position, and then on one side of the body, from the bottom of fold, and then it's easier actually to close the horn and then tackle the next bit.
Oh, this is why would you use a bigger needle at this point?
Maybe a bigger needle at this point.
Oh, this is why would you use a bigger needle at this point?
Maybe a bigger needle at this point, because that's quite, yeah.
Out, isn't it?
It is. And then before you add the tail, close the bottom of the body, and there are markers. So along the bottom of the leg. And so you're only hand sewing.
Yes.
Fix the tail in position.
Fabulous. All of these instructions come with it. Jo, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. We will see you then, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes. Us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts. For fabric.
The first would be Chic pieces in other projects later on. Pieces in other projects later on down the line. I would say, yeah, break the rules, and that's how you learn to allow your creativity. Your creativity.
Fine. With caddy, perfect for storing away those bits. Pockets for needles. Freeview channel 78 and Sky channel 678.
With updates, accessories, plush
On Saturday the 24th of March, we get ready to make carrying all and make sure with us at um, uh, together for that price. Fabric on um, um, going to get those Hannah. You know, half yeah, half one. See, this is packet code code Q. And that's fold half of look really hard. Doesn't just you've got nice bed. If you've watched before and you've say you get Eve. Oh, so you know what? It is quite, yeah, yeah, it's a good sort of blood orange. Producer Hannah, are you making all these graphics for me? Five. These are handy staple, mix them through with, what sort of through together. Maybe that one doesn't quite fit in with the mocha name, but there we go. We can't. £10.49 for 1.5 meters of fabric. This is your sorbet cotton canvas fabric bundle. Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Very nice. I like classic. So if you're watching on Sky and you're watching that they're all loaded up. On the put them all in. So you can get I like. Oh, I'll show you the pleather. I can't give you many details on the pleather, but as we mentioned, the pleather. This is available by the half metre. So for those of you, here we go. For those fab alternative, it is very, very soft. One of our dressmakers actually said it was soft enough you could make jackets out of it. This is £6.25 per half a metre. This is 50% viscose, 50% PU, and this is your pleather. We call it pleather. And let me give you the details for this. This is JQ 39. Let me put. Oh yes. Helps if I give you the right details, doesn't it? And that will be available to sell and buy when our computer says yes. Oh, now I like this one, the blue. I think they call it duck egg. Are we calling it duck egg? Green. Oh yeah, now I open it up, I guess. There we go. Then this again, by the half metre, £6.25. I've got it all written down here, it's great. DYJQ85. There we go. Oh, hello, producer Hannah. Oh, there were, right, okay, all right. So apparently what we did not know, we are now finding out because our internet is starting to come back, is that there have been issues with YouTube. So if anybody's been trying to watch this on YouTube, apologies for that. Nothing we can do about it, it's out of our control. And some of you who have been watching on the website or attempting to watch on the website, again, some of you have been having problems, so apologies for all of that as well. I can tell you, we've had a bundle of laughs here. No messages, no graphics, no codes. It's been wonderful. We've had so much fun. So much fun. But you leather, pleather, is available by the half metre. So if you're new to us, then when you can start buying this, then all you need to do, if you say you wanted a metre of it, you're like, yeah, I need a lot of this, then you'd put 2 in the quantity because that's 2 lots of half metres, and then it will be sold in one continuous length. So you could put 6 units in, and that would be 3 metres that you get in one great long continuous length, which is unusual, but we managed to do it. Yeah, so we give you choice as to how much you want. And it's not cut up into little bits unless you are buying a bundle that has been pre-cut, in which case, yes. But here you can get it by the half metre. It is £6.25 per half metre. Let me find you the code. IXJQ76. Oh, apparently we've got the graphic. Does that mean graphics are back? This one. Whoa, what luck I picked this one. Oh, hello, graphic. That's a real one too. I'm so pleased to see you. £6.25. Hello, old friend. There you are. IXJQ76. If you want this by the half metre, that means you can now buy this one. Now, producer Hannah is... now that our graphics are coming back with 3.5 minutes to go, hooray! What will happen is producer Hannah will not have lunch. We might feed her. She says she'll be fine. She had cake for breakfast, it's fine. She will put these through on the computer. As soon as we come off air, she'll put them all through so that you can then buy. So massive apologies this hour. Come with me because I can now put these bundles through for you properly. Massive apologies for the, I don't know really why I decided to do it. I don't really understand these things. So, but yeah, thank you for bearing with us and thank you for staying with us. Now, monochrome, here we go. So your grey, your black and your white, a ½ metre of each. This is your cotton canvas and here are your details. TQGC66 is your code for that. Now, we've only got a few minutes left, so let me give you the details for the tropical. This is my favourite. Now, I'll put these up first because we don't often bring you cotton canvas. Certainly, I don't know if I've seen it sort of bundle like this before. I like it. So SXGC99, and that's £10.49 per ½ metre, not per ½ metre, for ½ metre of each. If that makes sense. You basically get all of that for that. Is what I'm trying to say. Can I go sorbet next? Yeah, here we go. So you get that lovely baby blue, baby pink, and then your lilac or dusky purple in there. So a ½ metre of each of those. And again, this is your really durable cotton canvas. Fabulous, very, very brilliant for your bag making. And again, your code ZWGC66. So if you've been itching to buy this all hour, now's your time. Go, 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 go. You can do it now. Hurrah! If you have taken advantage of our call centre and the fact that it's free to do so, do give them a ring as well, 0800 112 4433. Once you see them go through the screen, and producer Hannah's going to go through, put the whole show through as soon as we come off air, then you can just ring up and get whatever you've seen on the show, whatever you've wanted to have this hour. Now, this is the mocha bundle. So you've got ½ metre of each. So this is 2 meters in total, so there's a slight change in the price for this one, but that's because you're getting that extra ½ meter. So all your neutrals there, and then we decided what this was, a turmeric latte, because apparently that's a thing. Oh, apparently it's nice. $14.49. Is it kind of spicy or not? Or just warm? Nice. So we have 40 seconds left on the show. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with us with our graphical situation. Do you want to see what's coming up tomorrow, when hopefully everything will work? It's me. Yes, it is me. Miss it, miss out at 8 a.m. You know the drill. Fabric that we cannot get or will not get again. 9 a.m. is Jennifer's dress. It's not just hers. You can have it too. 10 a.m. must have tools. That's what we love. And then a bow clutch bag at 11 a.m. We've got everything for you tomorrow. We will sort out, you know, the technical issues that we've had. Thank you for bearing with us. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever that may hold for you. And I will be back bright and early tomorrow morning. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. We've got something amazing coming for all fans of Tilda, as we've got a TV exclusive on Tilda's brand new book, Sunshine Sewing. We have the get for Tilda's latest sewing creations. The brand new book features 3 full-size quilts, as well as pillows, soft toys and fabric bowls, all made in Tilda's charming style. You'll be able to delve into 12 brand new summer projects and get inspired by her countryside themed designs. So add some sunshine into your life with Tilda's brand new book, Sunshine Sewing, available on our website now.